Hey, it's Sunday here on TCH Live. That means we're at the final table for $150 buy-in, 6K guaranteed prize pool of our MegaStack Freezeout. As we're going to start here with our final 8. Players 9 and 10 on the tournament bubble were knocked out on the same hand. So instead of 9, we're here to the final 8. Oreo, Mr. Jason here. Going to start the hand here with Ace King. Who would have thought, folks? Albert is back here at the final table as well. Cole is also. Let's see, we've got Tyler and we've got Dante. Short stack here with 52K. There's Demond here back at the final table. Gonna pick things up here with the Ace 8 suited. So how's your guys' Sunday? It's kind of gut-wrenching if you're a Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott getting a really bad injury. So, boy, that was tough. But hopefully, maybe bring a little sunshine here in your day on TCH Live as we stream Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. Sunday, our tournament final table that we've done for quite a while. And, of course, our Monday, 5-5 or 5-10. And our Thursday, 1-3 match stack. Our last edition Thursday was a special edition with Brad Owen. Probably one of the greatest streams I think we've ever had. It's definitely on my Mount Rushmore for sure, at least the top 5 as far as just great action, great personalities, and certainly fantastic engagement from our audience. So if you want to engage with us, make sure to click subscribe, click like as we get going. As the always aggressive Cole with a raise up here to 16K with King and Jack suited, and we've got Albert here with King Queen off. All right, so we're trying to catch up with all our chat pros and legends. All right, Cole opens, Albert calls. It looks like we're going to go heads up. Cole with a significantly larger chip stack to potentially bully Albert around, and might get a chance to do it here as these two go heads up. Now we're going to see, or excuse me, Cole is going to see bet, and that is going to be it for that one. So, all right, Alan, sup TCH Hatters. Nick from Yuma, Sunday. I love that some of you guys just like lean right in and embrace the bit. A PM watching from the Dallas area, patiently awaiting TCH Dallas. Yeah, we got tables, chairs, making some progress. All right, JTN, hey guys, let's see some sick action. Clay Martin, brutal grind today. Says he was out in 12th. Right after I knocked out our buddy Aaron, a.k.a. Aaron. So as Aaron might drop in here in a bit at some point. So he's out there playing the cash games like many people are here at Texas Card House. All right, Tyler here on the button, and he's going to raise it. Blinds 2.5K and 5K. A raise up here to 12. Dante is going to shove because he loves pain, as Brad Owen would say. So here we go. Tyler with a chance to call here and knock out a player and potentially put us with 7 players. All right, so we're going to go 7s versus King Jack. Dante trying to win a flip. That is half the skill of these things, man. And King 10-10. Oh, a 7? Oh, that is such a tease. You flop top pair, you flop 2 pair, and a turn set is going to eliminate Dante here in 8th place. Yeah, turn sets have been kind of gross here. We had a couple on the live stream, including with our friend J-Stack. Got one on Kevin Rand. And it was pretty gross hand. You could check the highlights on that one. If you missed it or you just kind of wanted the abbreviated version of kind of what the madness was like, check out our last highlight video. Hit the like. It's 2.5 and 5 of the 5K. Big blind ante. What's up, ATX Poker? So let's F and go, Cole and Albert. So he's just got some awesome new face masks in. Gear, hoodies, shirts. Just repping the brand there. As we've got a 99-cent super chat from my boy Dunks. JTN says AA Rock seems to get cooler in this tournament. Possibly. All right, says Jason going to raise here on the button. Ace-6 offsuit. $12K more here for Cole to call with King-5 offsuit. And here on the bubble, I think this is either just kind of like a deterrent for potential future raises. Because with a stack like that, it could get really accustomed to just trying to steal that sometimes you're getting in these situations late in tournaments where the math is just sort of forcing you to defend. But you can also pick up top pair here too, so Oreo going to check back as 5 ball here on the turn. 2 pair now for Cole. Trying to squeeze some value out of it, not going to get a cent. As he increases his chip position. All right, hey, big shout out here to Clay Martin. He backed up what he promised. He said after like 400 Ks, there will be a terrific bottle of Woodford Reserve Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, Clay Martin's in the TCH Hall of Fame now. Like, what a legendary act. I'm going to avoid popping that at this time. That's could just lead to trouble. So, Z Anderson, I'll be back on Thursday for the 1-3 stream. Looking forward to it. TCH Braid's got a $5 super chat. All right, tomorrow I'm going to open here on the hijack. The 16K E. Here to shove it with some 10s and let's see how much is the pot here relative. So it's 52 and a half, just about 2 to 1. E's got him by a pretty significant advantage. Like he's got to think here also on the button, but on the bubble that is it really worth risking that amount given the percentage of what its stack is to continue with that? So it's going to lay it down. Could fold. All right, here as our prize pools is, why don't we go over the necessary info of this tournament. 43 entries, prize pool of 6,450 with first getting 2,580. Second, 1,613. Third, 968. Fourth, 709. And fifth, $580. So down here to our last 7 for Dante was the 8th player eliminated here from this tournament. Oreo here with a limp on the hijack. So I think we're going to do some coloring up of some of these chips. I think some of the purple 500 chips, 1,000 yellow, 5,000 pink, and the 25,000 orange. So Cole going to raise here on the button, the 15K Oreos. Certainly with, if you call for 5K, you can take a flop here as Cole going to try to punish the limper here. Let's see what kind of board he... Well, we were playing 08, and Cole would have the nut low draw and still be better than Oreos. And just going to be able to pick up some free chips. All right, so who else we got to say hello to in the chat? Make sure to click the like. If you're checking this out here for the first time, click subscribe. Let's see. JTM Boomer Sooner. To be fair, that game was ugly in a lot of ways. Yeah. OU Texas was so bizarre that, Texas makes kind of a late run, but I thought for sure they were out of it and managed to take it into overtime, where it was a comedy of errors to a degree. But, I mean, it was exciting. Like, I will give it for its pure entertainment value a really interesting watch. And now the pitchforks are out for Tom Herman. all of a sudden that guy is not a good coach anymore. That's how we take these things. But there's a pattern developing that people are kind of pointing to, and I don't know if I have enough time to go into it. All right, so we've got a raise here as we go blind versus blind. Tyler with 166K. Todd here with 144. Welcome back, Todd. Usually see him as a regular in our 1-2 games. Even in his most optimistic scenarios. Nothing to do with 5-4 here on the Queen Jack 10 board. Yeah, it's I'm still just trying to get caught up on everything here, so Albert, low stack, Cole, the big stack, Damon, Oreo, and Tyler kind of right in between us. We're going to color up the purple chips, do a race off here for the remaining. As you see our payouts here again, 5th 580, 4th 709, 3rd 968, 2nd 1,613, and 1st 2,580. Again, tomorrow, the 5-5 or 5-10, no limit hold'em, uncapped cash. That's when our regular game is each and every Monday, Thursday, or 1-3 match stack. All right, so just getting the old computer restarted. It was getting kind of finicky with me. I'm like, hey, let's check out what's going on here at Texas Card House. All right, again, we're getting closer, I think, as far as to an announced date. I can't say anything. I mean, like, I'm like everybody else here. We're looking forward to having it out there. We know that the tables and the chairs and all that stuff are getting set up. So, again, if you want to get notifications, join our text list by texting TCH Dallas to 21000. Ben Ball says hi from North Carolina. Keep pounding, Panthers. Yeah, that was a surprisingly good win for them. Teddy, 2 gloves, getting it done. So we've got a limp by Cold in the hijack. Tyler raising with a real hand, a pair of 9s in the spot. Cole's not afraid to play these hands in the spot, and that's typically more his style. It feels like he can either get some good fortune or be able to outplay people after the flop. And I think with deeper stacks like this, it does present some opportunities to be able to do so. Jack high board, all diamonds, check and check. Ace of hearts. Again, Tyler was the pre-flop raiser. Going to check it back as connected board. A lot of scare cards out there. Nicole's going to try to barrel at this, and we'll see if Tyler picks it off here for a small bet. Good call there by Tyler. It's certainly possible that Cole could check back an ace or a flush in that spot. I mean, it's not impossible given kind of how wide his hand range is, but I think with the ace turning, like, if you had like a flop flush, or I think there just would be more reason for me to believe that he would lead the turn with just about a lot of combos that he would have. Noah Smart says, hey, 11K and rising. That's right, about 11,000 subscribers, too. That was a nice little jump. What's going on, David Brailer, out there in South Korea? So shout out to everybody. How's everybody doing? Tyler here now with ace-king in the cutoff. And it's going to come in here for 14K. His blind's now 3,000, 6,000. Come on here with a pocket threes. Jason going to step out as we go heads up. Nine deuce is Tyler with the overs in the backdoor spades. 12K, I think Damon calls here and just looks for a safe turn card, but I don't know, everybody else has been able to turn sets. Maybe Damon can do the same. No, that is not it, but Tyler picks the right sizing here. I think he can represent a lot of the overpairs that would make Damon fold. 22-ish. You know, boy, I think if he goes like 40 or 45K to represent more value, like it's just easier to sell this in the spot. But Damon here not buying it, but he smashes the ace anyway. And going to check it back. I mean, I guess there are some scenarios where Damon might try to check raise with a 9X combo there, just because it is a card that he knows is getting bet there in a spot if he has a huge hand. But I don't know. So, sometimes you just are put into situations here in the tournaments where you're just more into protecting your chip mode versus you don't want to do anything that could potentially put it all on the line. But all right, so hey, what's got ATX Poker? Hey Mike, can we do a shout out to Austin Humane Society, doing great things with dogs and cars. I'm assuming you mean cats. Here in Austin, adoptions are up. Let's see. Damon, got Jason here with a 5 deuce. The double E. Easy E here will check his option. As you can see, it just smashes both their ranges. 5 high versus 5 high. E. Player in position though with a chance. Just breathe on it and pick up his blinds, and Annie's back off. So Justin Power says, I want to be the whale at TCH Dallas. You know, I think you'd be welcome with open arms. This is like save the whales, man. Alan Piscatella, how about them brownies? I was trying to speak truth that I believed in the Browns hype this year. Everybody was not having it, so that was a good W there for the Brownies. Your boy Baker Mayfield, 2 touchies here today. All right, 3K, 6K with a 6K big blind Annie. Tyler here, one off the under the gun, gonna open it here to 14K. It's just above a min raise. And now Cole here with ace queen. What is going on, my friend? All right, so we've got Cole here with just a call with ace queen. All right, hey, we got him a microphone. Is it turned on or not?
I don't know.
All right, it's Aaron here in the house.
Yo, people,
gather around,
what's
children.
happening?
The wise man has arrived. All right. Yes. Okay. You want to christen this?
Yes.
Okay. Then got to do the heavy lifting. So.
All right. Distillers Select. This sounds
I will
amazing.
take one. That is my limit. That's just. Yes. We got to get one for. Yes. I've got water cups that have not been touched in 3 days.
Okay, and I've got a fresh one right here. Okay. So if you'll use one of those.
Just hold on. So we got ace queen here with Cole as kind of went into a Chekaruski showdown between them. Ace queen going to pick it up here. So
I was in this tournament for a little while, and now I'm not. So decided to step into the booth here with Mike and see what's going on. I see some of the familiar faces that I was battling against here?
Yeah,
We
you're
got-
saying it very diplomatically too, which I like. You're like, yeah, he's good, you know.
No. We got Cole in there. We got Albert still. Albert had a really nice stack when I was playing there. Double E Todd Demond. All right. We got a good lineup here.
So we have Oreo, Mr. Jason, gonna limp here with a Queen 10. LeVar Riley, new watcher here. How hard is it to get in a TCH live game if I'm visiting Austin? Like, live at the bike must be a character. I mean, but if on the bottom line here, there's an email address. As we've got Albert jamming here with Ace King, Speak of the Devil, or the Angel, depending on which side you're on. As Albert shoves here for 66K.
All right.
Yes.
Cheers.
And cheers.
All right.
All
Let's go.
So Albert gets no action here on this hand. We're down to 7 players. We started with 8. We had, I believe it was Don. What was it? Make sure. I believe his first name was Dante, but okay. Well, so he got knocked out, so we've been kind of just hanging on 7 here for probably the last 15 minutes. And yet another turn set. That's how I got busted. 7's to King Jack, flop
Oh,
to
no
King.
kidding.
Turn to 7. Just sick, but
Yeah,
what can
there's
you
been
do?
some good coolers here recently on the stream, so we'll see if we can keep that going here.
Yes.
All right, and let's see, how many places are being paid tonight?
The top 5.
Okay.
And 580 for 5th, 709 for 4th, 968 for 3rd, second 1,613, first $2,580 off a $150 buy-in. Not a bad day at all. All right, I need to actually say.
All right, so is he going by double E or we're just going E?
I call them Easy E.
Easy E, I like that.
I feel like that's the most appropriate here at this point. Set of 4s here for Tyler.
Okay, Easy E has not connected with this flop too well, though, so unless he picks something up, and he doesn't, it's unlikely to continue here. Tyler puts out a little juicy 10K.
Yep, it's a little min bet.
That'll keep Easy E in there. But that 7 isn't going to improve him any. So
Not a darn thing.
unless he gets real frisky here on the end. Let's see how small Tyler goes this time, or if he sizes up. Another pretty small bet. Half pot. Not even. And that's going to get it paid off. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty optimistic, I think, at his point that I mean, there are some specific flush draw combo non-pairs that he beats, but it's and the value of some small betting, whereas, I mean, this is such a contrast to the, you know, we're talking about our 5, 10, 25 game, and it's just like, whoa! And then now we have to really align how optimal tournament strategy is, so it's really different to shift in kind of these different modes on these live streams that, I mean, really well played there by Tyler.
Yeah.
So he got everything, every possible chip that he could have gotten from that.
That is absolutely correct. That was really good sizing there to get exactly value from an ace. That he must have played with this gentleman throughout the tournament, knew that he could get that kind of value out of him, and that was really well played. Albert going to lay down his suited connector here on the button after an open from Oreo. And Todd will complete from the big blind with ace-9 offsuit. So we're going to a flop heads up here. King high, a couple of spades. Not really doing anything for either player, but Oreo does have the pre-flop initiative, so he's going to continue 2/3 pot. Todd's going to let it go.
Yeah, that is half the battle and why it's just always raise up front, see bet. That just tends to be why you get a lot more tournament volume hands, just because that's how many situations play out. Whereas I think with the deeper stack cash games, there's a lot more complex decisions going on, a lot more chips in play. So it's like You know, Todd on that spot really is either having to jam pre-flop, which I'm not sure with as many big blinds as it is. Not the worst play ever, but on the bubble, it's a little less. It's not one you're going to feel very confident doing. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, probably not plus EV there. When you have 20 big blinds, ace nine off, I mean, you're probably as likely to get it through as you are to get like snapped off by something better. You know, you got the ace block or whatever. Anyways, you just don't need to put yourself at that kind of risk. Although he's going to do it here with queen high. So we had, it looks like what a limp from Cole and a jam here from Todd with almost 20 big blinds, so maybe 19 big blinds here. Damon going to lay down his pair, and Cole's going to let it go, so he gets that one through.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably assuming there if Cole's limping in this spot, like he's opening so many hands that a limp is near the bottom probably of his range at sometimes, but
I'm actually sort of surprised to see Cole limp. He's the big stack here now that we see the chip counts. Yeah, I mean, he should be putting in some small raises left and right here. So to limp is really sort of, it's either telegraphing like, hey, I got aces and I'm coming for you, or else just an interesting sort of passive play from the big stack there.
Yeah, and I think there's a deviation of strategy that can happen in multi-table tournaments where if it becomes more passive, it can be advantageous to limp in some more spots just because if you're not facing a ton of aggression, like you're just missing out on opportunities to see cheap flops. But there's not a lot of tournaments, though, that play this way that you're at the final table and this deep.
Yeah, and I would also
maybe evidence to the contrary, but it's just the way this has always played out.
Yeah, no, I think a limping strategy is definitely it's sort of making its I don't know, its sort of strategical presence known in the sort of GTO circles, but typically it's done later in position. And when the stacks are shallower, when you have more short stacks that are going to be jamming in, so that every time you put in a raise, you know, you make it 2.5, 3 big blinds or something, and then a short stack's just like, well, I got 13 big blinds, I'm piling it in, and you had a hand that was like ready to see a flop but not ready to go that distance, then the limping strategy sort of makes sense. But Cole was like under the gun +2 with sort of the whole table to act behind him, so I don't know. I mean, what do I know, right?
Yeah, what do we know? We're just a couple of dudes talking.
And drinking some Woodford Reserve. This is actually pretty decent. I like this.
Yeah, this was, I mean, like, you're supposed to, I'm not supposed to do that like a shot, right?
You know, if you did, I'll pour you another one.
I did, but, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm just a little sip, so I just.
Yeah, no, you know, going neat on anything.
Yeah, it's one very ham,
this.
so that's.
I like to drink my my liquor neat typically, but depending on the brand and sort of the variety, throwing it on some ice and going on the rocks is not a bad move either. But this is going down very smooth, so I'm enjoying
I was going to say, it's very, shout out to Clay Martin.
Yes, thank you very much.
TCH live, potential Hall of Fame ballot. Like, he's going to be on there at some point. I don't know if he's first ballot, but he's definitely at least second ballot.
And I had the pleasure of being knocked out by that man in this tournament, actually. So
well,
yeah.
He lost his first ballot. That's what happened. Sorry,
you know,
Cole. I totally made up the rules. So, all right, King Deuce versus 9-6.
Yeah. It's another feather in his cap, really. You know. In any case, wonderful guy. Appreciate the gift here for our wonderful I don't know what you would call that, rampage, the rampage from the other night. That was fantastic.
Incentive. The bonus. 9-6 offsuit bets here is easy E, the double E. It's an E.
Yeah, I kind of like that, you know.
It's
but
a mystery all in itself. We can
do
a whole breakdown of this even while we go 12K bet.
No, I'll tell you what we can do. This is a Key and Peele sketch opportunity. We can do easy E, and it can be every other EE combination. We'll just have to mix it up every time E.
Ecstatic E, is that what you're saying?
Or that, or you know, that
every
could
combo
be one.
of EE that I don't know if we got enough time here tonight. That's gonna take a while, but I like the challenge.
We'll see between the two of us who comes up with the better double E.
Yes. Okay. All right. My
mind is already
great
turning.
mental exercise as a broadcaster. Like, wait a second. All right, creativity on demand. How?
Yeah, our little hamsters have crawled into the wheels, and they're
like,
about to hit full
Oh yeah, the
blast here.
tournament's going on. Okay, so players all fighting for first place with 2,580. Got Todd.
Rags, and Todd gonna limp here with his Jack 10 and the hijack. This is going to get
Somebody
the in the
did
big blind.
he fold deuces there? I think I just saw that happen.
Oh, I missed it.
Go back here to the replay booth. We'll verify this. Those coolest top pair. Todd here has a gutter ball. Has 12K bet into a 30. Well, how much was in the middle there? So I'm just checking the replay. Yeah, he definitely folded deuces.
Oh my goodness, that would have been his double up right there for sure.
Yeah, unless
with
there
his
was a
short
card
stack.
error there, he folded out of the small blind.
Okay. Yeah. Todd decided to peel with the gutter ball. He picks up a pair here on the turn. So now a small bet on the turn gets called by Todd again. We go to this river, which brings in backdoor spades. Todd going to show his hand after we go check, check, and that is going to be no good. Cole taking it down with top pair.
So easy, not. Damn it! This is harder than I thought it was gonna be. I was going to try to make a pun out of it, and the fact that he couldn't get a set there, he's going to fold as. Cool. Now moves up here 492K. We got a $5 super chat from JTN. Says, hey, Mikey, Aaron. So is TCH going to put merchandise on the website for sale? The you and Steam Dola are playing on Thursday. I'm not sure what's happening with the Thursday list yet. I still have to have that meeting as far as what the lineup is going to be. So TBD, to be determined. We've got Todd jamming here with ace 10 suited. Against seven-handed. Here's the Mon with ace queen, and
yep, he's running.
We got an all in.
And unless we find another hand behind, we're gonna go heads up here. Ace queen against ace 10 of spades. Albert does look down at king jack, but he can safely get out of the way here with what he has 12, 13 big blinds there. Let these players duke it out. So Todd gonna need to find a 10, some spades, or maybe some Broadway cards. That's some chopportunities. Let's see if he.
Oh, no, that's not no more. As
oh, yep. Good game, Todd.
Cheech.
Some friendly banter on the way out here as Todd's chips get shifted over in front of DeMond.
You're that good-spirited dude. Todd's as likable as it gets there on the floor. Just yeah, ace 10 ran into a legitimate hand, had to shove, and that's poker is double E down here to 58K as we pay the top 5 places tonight. And so we are in that spooky time period of the bubble.
Yeah, so we got Everyday E here. That's my first one.
That's my first
one. Everyday E here is he's on our shortest stack, it appears to me, and right ahead of him is going to be Albert. So these two are sitting on like 10, little over 10 big blind stacks. Wow, DeMond going to let go Jack 10 suited.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm raising that every day. I'm sorry,
every
people,
day.
but I'm doing it.
I might not have any more opportunities to get an opportunity here for.
Well, Electric Eel is getting it all. Okay, that was pretty bad.
Yeah,
but
I mean that's the low-hanging fruit, but but it's there as he shoves here with ace queen.
Oh,
an easy shove, if you will, and an easy call with jacks, juggalos, jiggities.
The jiggities. Let's see if the jiggities hold up. We got two overs, diamonds, not a red card in sight.
None.
Oh, queen on the river.
Queen. Wow.
Man, all right. So Everyday E, he's going to double up here, and he needed that.
Eternal E. It's going to still alive here in this tournament. Yes.
Eternal E.
Eternal.
He is doubling up to 20 big blinds.
Okay, so merchandise is through razorclothing.com. That's Wes Cutshall has some TCH gear. Well, I'm hopeful at some point maybe we can get some like TCH live merch. Nick from Yuma already has pre-ordered the Mike Youngblood bobblehead. That's it's like he's just got that on pre-order yet. It's not even exist.
We need a Mike Youngblood face mask where
Face
you
mask.
put it on and it's just you, so everyone
That
can
would be
you.
frightening. Nobody needs to be subjected to that.
Well, I would wear it if,
All
if
right.
it existed.
All right. Aaron and Mike EE is Eddie Edwards. Okay.
Eddie E. Okay. All right. Cool.
Nick from Yuma says EE equals MC squared. That's probably the winner. I mean it's not mathematically correct. I think you know that too.
I guess it would be M squared C.
E squared
to the fourth, yeah.
E squared.
E, right? I mean, it's two E times E. Anyways, we got Albert here. He's looking down at a couple of deuces, and he says, you know what? I'm going to live to fight another day.
No.
And he ships those into the muck. So Demond here in the big blind is going to do, what is this, a small little, oh, no. Yeah. So it was like a limp. And then Tyler had raised from, I'm a little confused. Okay, so Tyler had raised from the small blind. Sorry, I'm getting caught up here. Damon makes the call.
That makes sense as to why Albert got one.
Okay, and Tyler's going to flop a pair. And with the pre-flop initiative, though, he's going to check his second pair. And Demond is going to take this as an opportunity to get after it.
Second pair here for Tyler, the ace kicker. Backdoor wheel draws as we'll call and be first to act here. We'll see what card we get on this. Oh,
It's just always
so it's
coming a
overcard
queen.
Sunday. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Overs are just getting there.
If you need a queen, it's coming. I think that's the story so far here. So let's see. I imagine this went check and bet, and yes, and that's going to get it through. So unfortunately for Demond, turns the perfect card and doesn't get any more chips out of Tyler. But
No, I mean he bet in position with the overcards, and I think a lot of times he's getting a fold out there. Instead, it just gets the semi bluff to arrive there safely on the turn. Let's see. Alan Piscatella says, and that's why Aaron is on the rail. I don't know what that was directed for. I think I read that comment too late, out of context.
oh yeah, I probably had some like upside down, strategic analysis.
Sure, yeah.
Like sometimes
Probably
I do
screwed
that.
up somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
no, I kid. Bob, I
He
have
zigged
the
when he
mute
should've
on.
zagged.
Can't take it. Biggest fan. He's going to be the first one to sign up for merchandise, I think. No, we'll send it to him. All right, so we've got ace queen here on the button for Tyler. Now sitting with about 239K. Oreo here with king 4 suited, going to call here for 12K. And off we go here, heads up. So top pair here for Tyler. Oreo here with the king 4 suited is missed completely. Get a C bet, probably getting a fold. And that is that for that little chapter. All right, so if you want to sign up for the list to get on any of our TCH live cash games, you see there on the bottom of your screen. Either email tchliveliст@texascardhouse.com, or you can text 512-939-5364. Seeing people taking advantage here of our promo this month. Again, the early bird discount, if you check in before 1, that's 25% off. If you check out after 1 a.m., that's 25% off. 50% off if you're a legend and you do both consecutively.
All right, Albert is getting it in here. He found
There
a
you go,
suited
Albert.
ace. He's going in for 12 big blinds. Easy E finds a king high and is not given action, so we're going to get that through for Albert. All right, taking down the blinds.
Got NBA Finals going on. Lakers just shellacking Miami right now. It's not looking too good for Heat Nation, but got my Minnesota Vikings playing on against the Seattle Seahawks. I've not really gotten to peek too much at that, but we're surprisingly in the lead, even with Russell Wilson. Oh, my goodness.
And
We
a
got a sack. No.
Wow. All right,
So-
Minnesota showing up today maybe. Still the first quarter, so give them
Denick
time.
Bowe. So, all right, there's plenty of time they could still tank that game, but you can't count on it. Oh, Russell Wilson. So 4K, 8K with an 8K big blind ante. Hand 24 here of our final table with $2,580 going at first.
All right. Easy E here finds the king jack in the small blind. He calls, and Cole's going to pump it up here with 7 deuce. And E's going to make the flat call here with only 80K behind, so he's just barely over a pot-sized bet remaining. He's going to need to connect with this, though, or the 7 deuce is probably going to win this, and yeah, he's missed.
Pairing a flush draw for Cole is,
he doesn't show.
That was the easiest fold he's ever made, if you would say.
Oh, man. And Cole hit that board just about as hard as you can with 7 deuce of diamonds. I mean, what a great feeling that is.
Eugene Green, St. Dak, wishing he signed that 6-year, $200 million contract right about now.
Ooh, hot take.
Yeah, that's it's the unfortunate reality, and I think there's that kind of in between you want a very super long-term commitment, and you also want to make sure that if the contracts change within the labor within 4 years, that you max out your value if you totally outperform. So I think the reason why that happened was just because everybody knows the dynamics of the league are going to change at some point in the NFL, that if you sign for something super long-term, you're potentially missing out on the back end and limiting your flexibility. So it's really that the worst-case scenario is that you go through a pretty devastating injury like he did, but I feel like it's one that he, over the long term, could probably bounce back from. But it's we hope, boy, that's pretty gruesome.
All right, so here we are, Cole in the small blind, 8-4 with a hammerlock on this hand. Yeah, he's just going to make a small bet here, and Albert's going to get out of there with his ace high. Albert now sitting on, I guess still, after he picked up the blinds and antes on that one hand, he's still at about 12 big blinds here. Yeah, no, that was really awful to watch. I mean, you hate to see that, right? It's
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and on the contrary,
terrible.
Alex Smith, who went through the most horrific of injuries, actually saw the field today. So that's like,
yeah,
it was at least sort of uplifting as to be like, oh man, that was. I mean, this guy was pretty close to probably having his leg amputated or severely just kind of ruined for a long time. So
yeah,
I mean, we'll try to keep it here on poker, but we'll take a little.
Yeah,
Just
what a
little
tough
peek-ins
sport, though,
on random topics.
Yeah, thankfully we don't have those kind of injuries here in the poker world.
Yeah, it's
typically
really,
it's like, my wrist is kind of bothering me from shuffling chips all day,
Like my back's a little sore just because I was reaching out to grab all these chips all the time,
Yeah.
Like that's.
Well, thankfully we've got the wonderful massage therapist from Texas Royal Touch who can tune you up when you sit there with your creaky old back from playing cards all day. So. Come on in if you haven't had a massage from one of the licensed massage therapists from Texas Royal Touch. Come in and check them out yourself.
All right, so Cole here with top pair. Going to pick it up here with a flat bet. And Tyler really connect with us. Okay, so we have agreed to pay out 6th. So 6th is going to get 200. 5th is going to get 540. 4th, 669. 3rd and 928, 2nd 1,573, and 1st 2,540. Okay, we got G.J. Brown. This is $4.99 super chat. Evening, boys. Good to hear the both of you.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy. Joe Bell here in Houston. What's up, bros?
All right, another interesting limp here from Cole in the cutoff. He's got ace-8, and instead of putting in a raise, he's going to go ahead and just call. That's going to bring in Tyler out of the small blind with queen-jack, and Damon's going to get to check his option, jack-3 suited out of the big blind. So let's go 3 ways to a flop here. This looks like 3 of the biggest stacks at the table. Damon going to flop middle pair. It's going to be good at the moment, and he's going to lead out at this for 3rd pot. Cole's done with the hand, and Tyler as well. So Damon picks up a small pot there.
Just want to give a shout out here to Jedi Master Ted. He said something about the text, and I was trying to hear with us. Was like, all right, going to get back to that point, but Dealer's thumb, blisters on my thumbs from shuffling. I don't know if I've ever experienced that. Maybe I'm just immortal, I guess.
Yeah, I do think that like the really stiff cards that they use for the live stream, I can imagine those being like much tougher to shuffle.
Yes, but I don't know if they
but
really like slice open your thumbs.
yeah,
The
yeah.
trick with them is to actually be gentle.
Okay.
Ah, yes, you gotta
Super producer Carolyn lets
apply
us know that.
less pressure. Just try to be like water, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, that actually makes sense with those really sort of thick, bigger cards.
Yeah.
Getting back to the action here, we've got Easy E. He's got a real hand here. He's gonna min click it up with queens, but he's gonna get no action because Oreo's got 8 high in the big blind. So blinds and Annies go to Easy E.
8 high E. Does that a good? No,
Well,
not in this
on that
particular
hand.
case, but like
Maybe at some point, you know.
maybe
I think that
we'll
that could
keep
stick.
an eye out here for 8 high E. All right, let's see. Rest in peace, Heat, says Nick from Yuma. Greg saying Jordan is killing it tonight in the box. He always does. Just the man. Butler not playing at his best. Heat suck. LOL, MJ. Dealers here are top-notch commentary as well. Says, oh, I know this guy. Sam Steinberg, Employee of the Year.
What is up?
All right, see what else we have here going on.
All right, Cole not going to play his 3 high under the gun. Albert looking down at King 8. 8K big blind now. He's sitting on 9 bigs. Big blind approaching, so Albert's going to have to make something happen here soon. King 8, 9 bigs. There are apps out there that will show you when you should shove, and
Right.
I'm not sure. That was borderline. Looks like he would have gotten it through had he done so, but that's results-oriented poker.
Yep,
So.
that's what we strive for here on the stream.
Yeah. Well, if you want
No, that's
As it stands, we've got 2 very raggy hands with a whole lot of nothing going on, and the first person to bet, which is Oreo, is going to take it down. So, yeah, let's see here.
trying to think of all of our best E puns as he does 10 big blind, so he's
Ecstatic
about
E.
to
He'll be ecstatic
a
E if
world
he
of
wins.
pain. Damn, I don't think that worked either. To enter,
I was speaking over you, so
Yeah,
no
well,
one heard it. I didn't,
if-
anyways.
as okay. Catching up here with the chat, we've got Vikings still leading 7-0, and they got the football here, so that's
Boy. Oh, Albert with the football. He's under the gun, but he's got Queen Jack offsuit. I think he might like this well enough to rip it in. He's grabbing his stack, and he's going to do it. So now let's see if he can get it
let's do it,
through.
Albert.
Tyler with an ace, but he doesn't like the 3, so he's going to let it go. Oh, no.
There, woke
Damon.
up with kings.
He found the cracker. Oh, man. Okay. And Cole has a king, so one of those is gone, but Damon certainly doesn't need it. He's got a made hand, and Albert is drawing real thin. 14% equity here. Stand up from the chair. See if you can get some poker god help.
So Albert taking a moment to speak to the poker gods.
Looks like we've got a slight delay. We're just trying to get caught up on the action here. But Albert is all in and at risk. Queen Jack up against the 2 black kings here. Dominated position, so Albert hoping for some run good.
If he gets knocked out, it's $200 to him as we expand the payout to 6th.
Nice little consolation there.
And EE would make it easy $540 if he's knocked out in the following place.
Yeah, we definitely know who E is rooting for in
Yeah.
this hand, along with probably the rest of the players at the table besides Albert. And that's sort of always the funny thing is, you know, you get these all-in sort of situations, and everyone's looking to ladder up. So they're all like, good luck, all in. You know, they kind of half-heartedly give you the good luck. But
What's going on, Bert? Says I agree with Sam. Jordan's on point along with Mike and Aaron. Great job, all. Okay. That's our
Thank you.
boy, Bert. Legend Bert. ATX Poker, Aaron, Mike, y'all down to grab a burger and beer on Tuesday, as long as it's later. Got one of those sportscast type things to do.
Yeah, no, I'm in, and yeah, hopefully the game is actually going, right? I mean, it sounds like there was one more case this morning or something. So I'm not sure. That game is still up in the air as to whether or not it's going to go, but I think they're hoping.
Well, yeah, it's all right. So we're still waiting to go. Oh, you mean that Patriots and
And
Broncos
Titans.
thing?
Oh wait,
There's like another. The NFL schedule's gotten so weird now. Just
It
because
really
of the bumping
has,
days.
but,
8-7 deuce.
let me pull this
So
up. I think it was.
Kings is gonna get it. Whereas Albert has been eliminated, but he still has the proud title of being the people's champion. We all still really like Albert, so he's always just keeps getting here to the final table.
Yeah, Albert's a strong player. Always a good time to have at the table with you. And yeah, usually stacking your chips. He definitely did that against me earlier. So good run there, Albert. Got a little consolation for 6th place, but the rest of these players can be playing for at least 540 and moving on up to 2540 for 1st place.
Moose Duty saying, Mike, did you get your whiskey? Yeah, I've not actually drinking much of it, so.
I know, you got
But
to get
it's
caught up here, man. I'm already
we're
ready
just
for
taking
a
it
refill.
nice and easy. It's a marathon, not a sprint, as we got about 300 live concurrents. Make sure to hit that like button. We're at 34. If you awesome folks hit that like button, and I know you can too. Be a believer. Here as we go to blinds, 4,000, 8,000 with an 8,000 big blind ante. Here 5-handed as
Damon going to bump it up here under the gun. King Jack offsuit. Premium hand 5-handed. Just going to raise that up cold, getting out of the way, and let's see if we have anything in the big blind. Tyler does have ace high, so he's going to come along. And this is a dangerous spot because with E, the short stack, you really have to be cautious as like the second shortest stack, which I believe Tyler may be the second shortest or maybe the middle of the pack. So in terms of trying to ladder up, you definitely have to be cautious in that spot going up against the chip leader.
that's what it looks like, I think, between him and Oreo. Let's see. So, JTN, how did the meetup go on Friday? And I want to know if Brad Owen ran as well as he did Thursday.
No, unfortunately, Brad had a little bit of a rough time. At least when I took off, and I think he was leaving not that long after me. So he did bring it back up a little bit. So there towards the end, he was doing better, but he did have a couple of rough spots. I know one bomb pot really tuned him up a bit. But
Yeah, it was. I think he came out ahead though on the day, just based on everything I saw on Instagram. But it was.
oh, nice.
We had about three, 4 tables going.
He what? Oh, he got aces the last 30 minutes he was here. So right after I left, he must have ran.
So you gave him
Twice.
2 times.
Nice.
That's
Carolyn,
a gift from the
super dealer.
finest, from the poker gods. Say it. There you go. So that was a really cool experience. Okay, since we've got Queen 8-3, Tyler here with middle pair and backdoor diamonds. What's going on, Cap P? Shout out to you. All right, and a flop bet.
Yeah.
But it was about as unique of a stream as we've done, because we've had personalities and stuff like this, but like in this context where we were able to kind of develop a game that I felt was like a great mixture of players. I thought would really bring the heat and come on. And unfortunately, tough night for Kevin and Bones there, as got unlucky in a lot of spots, but they were pretty. I think from when I talked to them, that they at least had a lot of fun. So knew the games were good.
Yeah, I mean, that was just such a fantastic stream. Yeah, I'll remember that forever. That was great. Demond here sitting in the big blind, small blind, sorry. He's going to pop it up 20K, and a frustrating fold from Oreo there. He had the 9 triz. He lets it go. Yeah, and Brad, what a class act, too. I mean, seriously, that guy was just the coolest guy. He had lots of fun conversation there at the table, just sharing things about his life, his experience, going through sort of the progression of his life, and how he's come to become the person that he is and the personality that he is on YouTube and such. So, yeah, what a cool guy. I really enjoyed meeting him, playing with him, and just generally getting to see sort of the action that got brought to the room from his presence. So
Yeah,
very cool stuff.
I missed out on a chance here today to go have some beers and watch some football here. I just kind of needed to decompress for a while. So, and then plus we have the stream nights. We've got a raise by E.
And this is not going to get through Oreo. So interesting. Look at the stack to pot ratio here. Electric E is going to need to find a flop, and he does. So he gets top pair here. Oreo going to check it over to him, and Ecstatic E at this point, I get to use that one because he's got top pair, and he's going to get it through. So that's a much-needed improvement to his stack. Going up to 97K. That's a little over 10 bigs now. It looks like 12 bigs.
As now E is going to move from the big blind to the small blind. We'll have Cole there as the big through blinds 4K, 8K. So, PS shakes 1, 2, 3. Mike, if you were the Heat coach, what would your halftime sound like? With it being 64 and 36, I would just try to keep everything as level as possible. I don't think you're going to have like a specific speech for making the greatest comeback. It's just I think once you're in that level that you try to figure out how to get everybody back on the same page and believing that they can grind down on it. Because I mean they would have the kind of team that I think could actually that if I was their coach, that would be able to say like, why not us? But it's there's not speeches for things like that. That comes from within. So.
Getting back
All right,
to
so
the
we've got
poker
Cole here with king high clubs. Oreo with second pair. We might actually have a hand going.
Yeah, these are two hands that can definitely go multiple streets, especially on that turn, because Oreo's going to pick up two pair, but Cole is not going anywhere probably. We got a shove from Oreo, and that's a massive bet here, but Cole, I guess he doesn't have a straight draw to go with that, right? So he's got to really get the count on this and figure out if he's getting the right price.
Yeah, it's just a little too expensive.
Yeah, I guess he can tell from the size of the stack there with all those sort of orange 25Ks on top that he just wasn't getting the right price. So doesn't need to go through the motions, but yeah, that was also a middle position, like a middling stack, just ready to get it in. So that signals a lot of strength because Easy E over there with his 12 big blinds. That's the stack that everybody wants to fade at this point.
And
anyways, Cole gets away from that. We move on to the next one.
Be back here on the button as you can make sure to click like, click subscribe. We stream Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. Rooting for a deep run for Jason. This is Greg. Got a couple of 1-2 no limits going on here tonight. 1-3 no limit here with bomb pots, along with our tournament final table. Bad Sunday night for us here at Texas Card House. Raise up here by Oreo with a king jack suited of clubs. Cole gonna call with fours. Let's go heads up here.
Now these two tangle up on the very next hand. Cole flopping what's effectively third pair, and Oreo quickly cutting out a bet. After it checks to him, Cole's going to have a hard time continuing on the turn if he pays for it. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's just going to let it go. He's going to show it, say, I had a pair. Oreo's going to be sad that he didn't give him a little bit extra, but shows the king.
Shows him the king, too. I showed him the jack, but it's not a show one option here on the tournament final table. Mikey, when is your next sports broadcast? How can we tune in? That's Tuesday night to 6:30 on TexanLive.com. And let's see. And this inappropriate comment has been brought to you by Gary. Says Nick from Yuma. EE eats egg enchiladas every early evening. By Eugene Green, starts with an E. So
okay, if you could say that more than one time concurrently and get all the words out, I would pour you another whiskey.
No, I'm just gonna stick to this one, and I'm just slowly nursing.
Because clearly you hadn't had enough. I guess it's bourbon.
No,
because
I just start slurring.
That was way too many words. I don't know if they could all be words that didn't start with E, and I'd be like, what? Okay, let's
All
get
right,
back to the
that's
action
all
here.
right. So Demond, given where we are here, 5-handed.
Gets a walk, 10 Dewey.
We're hoping not
Moving
to
on.
hurt E's ego if he gets busted here, and he's going to be first to act here as potential shoving spot. Let's see if he wakes up with a hand.
Yeah, he's got 11, 12 big blinds, so he's not in super danger zone yet. Although I expect the blinds to go up again here
Yeah.
shortly. So
I
he's
understand,
probably-
like, sometimes, like, his opening range can open up if he has the right suited combo, that it's like, okay, 5-handed, this is essentially, well, the hijack here is at the end of the gun. That, But, I mean, it's something to be said about chip conservation sometimes. You can still maneuver your way around, find a hand.
and the positions of the blinds with the in terms of the big stacks too, right? So like Demond is behind him, so in the small blind or big blind, having the big stack back there is just sort of terrifying, because a lot of times you sort of rip it in, you got 9 big blinds or something, and then it gets to the big blind and they look down and they got a very mediocre hand, but they're like, well, I have so many chips, I could just knock this kid out and we'll move on with 4 players, whatever. It's much better to shove in when the big blind is someone who's like a middling stack, and they're not going to want to put their chips at risk. So
Right.
a lot of that can really factor in there. But unfortunately for Easy E here, he's got big stacks all around him. Really, the next closest one has like over 200K. So he's the one who has to make things happen. And let's find out what happens here, because Cole's putting in a raise with Ace Queen. Tyler lets go of his Ace-4. Demond the king high. Back to E. No, he's got nothing.
No.
He just ships it into the muck. So it's going to chip him down. Yeah, to under 10 big blinds. In small now.
Yeah, and he's got a player directly to his left there, Cole, or with 486K. So he's actually not going to be a bad spot, I think, when he gets to the button, because if he does get folded too, he has a stack he can shove on there, and Tyler, that his bet's going to represent a fairly healthy portion of his stack out of the blind. So we're just trying to keep it, dang it, trying to find a bit for E, and it's like, how did I forget every E word possible?
I know, they just escape the mind. As soon as it's like you're
It
having to think
enters
about
and then it
Yeah.
exits.
Yeah. Demond is entering the pot, and he has a king-queen here. Cole can definitely make this call with his stack. These are 2 of the biggest stacks about to collide. 10-8 offsuit in the big blind for only 1.5 more bigs, so definitely the right call there. And Cole is covered and out of position, so he does need to tread lightly, but a lot of it just comes down to flop texture at this point. This was all over Cole's range, but Demond says, you know what, buddy, I got the big stack. What are you going to do about
What you
it?
going to do about it? That's what I thought. You're going to fold.
Yeah, and even if
That's
Cole had
right.
more than that, he'd really be under pressure. So, and I really like Demond in this tournament. Really sharp player and just a sharp guy in general. I've spoken with him. He comes into town on occasion, and yeah, just outstanding poker player, really. So I really appreciate his game, and we'll see if he can sort of keep the train rolling here as the big stack. So now this is the spot we were talking about. Ethereal E on the
Yes,
button?
ethereal E.
That's another E word. I'll give it a try. Let's see if he can work some ghostly magic or something. I don't know.
That
I'm really
sounds kind of
stretching at this point.
eccentric.
Oh, that was good. Eccentric E.
Yes.
That would be if he like ripped it in with 7 deuce off.
Yeah,
and-
that would
yeah.
be. Now we're getting all E's existential on it. So we got the player poll here by ATX Poker. Press 1 for Cole, 2 for Demond, 3 for Oreo, 4 for EE, 5 for Tyler. We've got votes all the way around.
Yeah, let's get
I
some
found
votes
a bunch
in
of ballots outside of the chat in a trash can, and I was like, no, okay, I'm not going there. That's
But we only have 1 trash can.
That's
There's 1
right,
trash
that's
can
just-
allocated to this district. So,
exactly.
yeah, be sure you get it in there. Okay.
Nick from you pressing 6, so he believes the professor will somehow come back and win this. Matty J press 17.
We'll reincarnate the professor. Okay.
Yep.
Did he wasn't in?
No,
was
he was never in
Oh,
this. There's a running
yeah.
bit between me and Alan in the chat that we're always like, the professor can somehow find a way to win this. That's how good he is.
Gotcha.
Even when he's been eliminated, he could find a way. to enter back into the tournament. As
Ooh, Tyler has a hand here, and he has a little over 20 big blinds. Does he size this up, or is he going to make this cheap? He's going to make this pretty cheap, so Damon can call. Honestly, in that spot, I think I like a bigger bet, more polarizing. Put out a 4 or 5 big blind bet. If your opponent pushes back, you can slow down later, but ooh, he's going to flop gin, so he's loving life. Damon, on the other hand, has no piece of this, and he's just going to get out of there, so not the the worst usage of your set, but, you'd like to win a little bit more if you can.
It is what it is. As Bert says, pretty sure the professor played today. That can't, and he's not at the final table. Was he sick or something? Did somebody sabotage the professor? No, he's really good, I think, in this format too, so.
Yeah, but everybody runs bad every once in a while.
Everybody runs bad.
Everybody. Damon, small blind. We're getting a lot of folds into the small blind here, but he's going to pump it up, and he's going to make it the 25K wager. Oreo, 10-4. Yeah. Kind of hard to believe he would come in, but he's going to. Going to have position, but this is the biggest stack at the table, putting pressure on you. 10-4, very disconnected cards in that hand, so tough to continue on a lot of textures, but it looks like they both missed, so check here. 10 high, surprisingly good.
Jason, let's see if we can get those cards read.
Damon, not going to put any more pressure on. It's definitely the kind of spot where even with total error, it can make a lot of sense to just go ahead and blindly fire. They both pair the 4 on the end. The 10 kicker is good. Damon's going to pay it off, and he's going to find out that, how did I lose here?
It is a world of pain. So, Oreo, as we figured out here with the 10, wow.
10-4. 10-4 for Oreo. Yeah, picks up a pretty good pot there. I mean, especially anytime you can take chips off of the chip leader, feels really good. It can sort of change the dynamic because so much of final table play is the big stack just picking on everyone else. If people are competent and they know what they're doing, the big stack will just continuously apply pressure. And so as a middling stack, if you can push back in a critical spot and take some chips off of them, it can really shift the dynamic in your favor to sort of, disallow that player to just run over everyone. You can always just be that thorn in their side if you sort of are able to execute well. Cole here, under the gun, going to let the queen jack go.
What? Okay, this is...
I mean, we've got Easy E in the big blind, so it's sort of like he has a shipping stack, right? Like if he wakes up with anything.
Like he could raise his...
But honestly, the queen jack is
strong enough. He will not exit as... Do you think E was an essential or non-essential employee during the...
he was an essential employee in that pot. He was the most essential employee because everyone else got fired.
That's...
Yeah.
I could see it. All right. So as all kidding aside here, as we try to make as many E puns and jokes as we can, we've got to level up here to 5,000, 10,000 with a 10,000 big blind ante. Let's see. People talking about their favorite. Since we started talking about the professor, they started talking about their favorite and one mixtape stars. Skipped my Lou, Hot Sauce, Helicopter, Escalade, the professor, of course.
Demond had a pair of queens in the hole. It raised it up and didn't get any takers, so that's going to go ahead and get through. E now down to 7 big blinds on the button. Let's see if he can find something. Yeah, because our blinds have gone up, perhaps even a hand or more ago, but now recognizing we're up to 10K. So, yeah, E is in dangerous territory at this point. 8 big blinds, 3 hands till it gets to him. This is where you're just sort of like looking
King
at
5 offsuit. It's probably going in. Like
I shipped King 5 earlier, and I got a double up with it. So let's get it going.
That's
come on.
That's ETO.
Oh, we got a
E3
ship.
optimal, and he's got ace king though.
Mm-hmm. Ah, he's not going to get any action out of Jack Dewey. Choctaw nuts.
Nuts. Wow.
Choctaw scrubs going into the muck. All right, give us a thumbs up in the chat, a 1 or at least, if you know what the Choctaw nuts are, if you've heard that before.
Come on, smash that like.
Also do that. I
Just
mean,
do
I
that
kind of
instead.
jumbled everything together, but smash the like button, and if anybody's heard of that before, because I know we have some local players in the chat, but I wonder how far outside of Texas and Oklahoma that's gone. Like if that's something that other people have heard.
That's the first I've heard of it, but I've never never really played it. Well, I've never played a Choctaw. I barely play poker it is. I just do this show.
Mikey's credential. We're revoking your license as a poker personality. The Choctaw nuts.
What the hell do you think? I barely play. They're like,
oh no, we have to get you in the lineup now. You don't even know the Choctaw nuts. You're gonna be on there on Thursday. You're gonna be like, wait, how many cards do I get?
My time is dedicated to the show, and that's all right. So we got King 10 deuce. Now we've got a turn spade draw here for Oreo. And sixes fade everything to Mond here. Not for thin value, but not gonna get a cent here off Oreo. But he's talking about LeBron trying to I mean that's just the reality. Like every player in that league is trying to gain every single edge and push some of these margins, because that's just the margins between some of the top pros are just so slim that that's what it takes. It's annoying. I get it. I don't love it, but it is what it is. So 5K, 10K with the 10K big blind ante is kind of boy Jordan here in the box, just killing it.
Oh man, E had to fold again, so he's gonna sit into the big blind. 2 of his 7 are gonna go in before he looks at his cards, so he's in the real danger zone at this point. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. The rest of these players should be aware of what's happening. Oh my goodness, Tyler raising it up, and Damon finding the kings again. And he's going to put in our first 3-bet that I think we've seen since I came in. So Tyler going to be put in a little bit of a spot. I think he's going to know what to do here, which is to quickly muck it into the garbage. Because you do not want to get tangled up right here. When your short stack is sitting where he is, this is not the time to tango, and he knows that. Good man, Tyler, letting it go. All right, how many people said they knew that?
51 people knew this fact. That I did not know the Choctaw nuts.
I did think I saw Moose Duty put a thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah,
and,
thumbs up in the chat says Moose Duty.
Okay.
That could be, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah,
Alan says, "Yay! Ship my online for $2,750.
Wow,
all
nice
of it
score.
to go here on the PLO table. I'm sure at some point. Well, we look forward to seeing there, Alan.
That's a great score, man.
Good
well
score.
Done. All right.
I think I need to start going back and playing online. We'll revitalize.
So Poker Bros or ACR or what?
Probably one of those two. I just have.
Tyler's got a hand, and the short stack is in the blind, so this is the spot that you sort of dream of, because you're like, if I can put in a sizable raise, everyone else is going to be like, oh, get out of the way and let the short stack do this. Sure enough, we're back to E, and he's got
9-8 high E.
Oh, 2 of his 7 blinds go out the door, though. I mean, I don't blame him for folding. 9-8's not great, but you do have to put your chips in at some point. 9-8 is actually probably one of the better hands you could find in that spot with the connectedness. I'm not saying he should have done it, but he's going to wonder, especially if things go sort of south here. But he does have... Wait a minute. Did we miss something about his stack size? Because now he's got 83K showing up here. Did he ship something and win a pot? I don't know. Maybe the stacks weren't quite right, but I could have sworn that he had 7... Okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed something, and he must have picked up a little bit somewhere.
Yeah, we've been riffing like almost every hand, so it's.
That's right. He jammed the ace king. I'm sorry. He jammed the ace king. He got it through, so that got him up probably to 10 bigs. Okay.
That seemed to eroded your memory.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Erase
from your memory.
Yeah.
All right.
Eviscerating E. Ooh, if he eviscerates someone, then that's a good one.
That's a great one, too.
Yeah. He didn't do it with the 9-8, but we're going 3 ways to a flop here. And we have one raggy hand out of the big blind, 2 decent hands, both of which have connected well. So Cole's going to get out of here scot-free, but Demond and Oreo are going to be going the distance, I can feel. Looks like 40,000 from Demond with top pair backdoor clubs. Oreo quickly cutting out what looks to be a call on the button. I like this. Oh no, he's shoving it in. This is an aggressive maneuver, but it might work. Demond has got to ask himself, what does a player do this with when there's such a short stack out there? He only has a 10 kicker, so any value hand is pretty well beating him. You can't imagine anyone literally going for value in their mind with something that Queen 10 is beating. So this is a flush draw semi-bluff or a made hand that is way ahead. So Demond going into the tank here. I'm putting my money on a fold personally, but Demond is a good player. He could see through this and sort of say, you know what? You just wouldn't risk it. No, there it goes. All right. Let's go.
Kind of a coin flip from there. I mean, there's just there's a lot of cards that can help Oreo catch up there that if he hits, but it's
or he could just be
too
ahead.
big of a spot there. I think that can find another E opportunity as we've got 5 at 10.
All
As
right.
we do some e-learning tonight here on TCH Live. Again, every chance you have to hit the like button, I think, is essential here to us. We got about 414 live viewers.
Essential E. I don't know. That one didn't come out yet, but that one's really good.
We argued about essential versus non-essential.
Oh, no, you did bring it out. Okay,
So
I just can't remember things.
How much
because
whiskey have
Woodford
you
was
had? I've barely sipped on any of this.
Dude, what's my name? I
There'd
don't know.
probably be all right, Major Ego.
Demond, another hand.
Here we go. Demond here with Ace King.
Tyler with a real hand.
9-3. What? Why would he fold 9-3?
That's
Okay.
unbelievable.
All right. Either better draw or better queens. Just Nick from a better queen.
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 Yeah. All right. E actually has the 7 big blinds now because after he went through the blinds and antes, that small win that he got earlier is now gone. So he has 2 hands before he's sitting in it again. See if he can come up with something. All right, Oreo taking his time. He says King 9, no. Let that go. E6-5, no. So he's got one more shot at this before he's in the blind. Tyler 9 deuce. If 9-3 was no good, 9 deuce has got to be a raise. Oh no, he lets it go. Actually, of course, that's the correct play.
No.
Go ahead and just let it go. You're never thinking about completing the small blind there against the big stack. Out of position with something as weak as 9 deuce. Just some people say you should never give a walk or something like that, and that's just terrible advice. When you're in the bottom of your range, let that thing go and don't think twice about it.
Aaron out here spelling out some education.
Letting you guys have it all for free. You know what?
Yes,
It's a free program here.
free E.
Free.
Whoa!
Free. No! Oh, he shook his head too. He knew.
We were
He
rooting
knew.
so badly for you to be able to
Oh,
make
my
that. Okay. Oh.
You know what? Here's another free little piece of advice. And I
Yeah.
know you already know it because
Free
of the
E.
head shake you just did. You have to ship it there, buddy. You got 7
have
big
to.
blinds. It's the best opportunity. You had King 10. And you're out ahead by a mile if
But
any of these
that's,
players ever thought to call you.
He let it go.
He did. He's going to find pocket
He's gonna
ease
hit aces. He's gonna pick up aces next hand and the big blind. He's gonna get like 4 callers, and then
quadruple.
everybody will have to give chips to you.
You know, we can see if it works out that way. Although I'm now feeling like there's going to be a little bit of poker god karma here that's going to punish him for that. You know, that's my premonition.
Premonition. Okay, that's your
All right, how are your Vikings doing? Are they still winning?
We got
They're still winning.
10-0 lead, and we had a sack from the Vikings from a Round Rock local guy named James Lynch, who played for Baylor, graduated from the Round Rock Dragons, was taken in the 5th round by the Vikings, and with defensive tackle problems, came up with a big sack on Russell Wilson. 10-0 here with a minute 47. They were 7.5-point dogs. And I just came in. I had a funny feeling about today. I just said, this is just this weird kind of game that they win that nobody expects them to.
Well,
so they could possibly pull this off here today.
All right, Demond finding King 10 suited here on the button. He'd be happy to get it in against that short stack who found 8-5. 8-5, no good. 8 high E. It was 8 high E, and he let it go. So now he's down to 3.5 bigs or something. No. 5.5 bigs. My math is on point tonight.
Yep.
This is some Woodford Reserve math, okay, people?
Put your Ral E caps on, boys and
Ral
girls.
E caps.
That's really
like
good.
That.
Nick with another winner.
Man, are we getting
chat
outplayed by the chat right now?
We really do have the best chat gang.
No, I still feel like we're gonna find
streams.
the most existential E like ever, and it's just gonna like blow it out of the water. So anytime now, we're gonna come up with it.
Yeah. Be like a running bit.
It's
All
going
right.
in. Pocket E's.
Enter E.
Pocket E's against 5 high. Cole should honestly be calling this. I know it sounds ridiculous with 5 high, but he literally should be calling this. But he's not going to.
And with the 5 deuce suited, one of my favorite hands, but this says not worth the juice, not worth the squeeze.
This is yeah, that was good. Good. Okay, so I just have to harp on that spot for a little bit. So you're in the big blind, right? You've committed one big blind into the ante. You have another one out in front of you that is live. Your opponent has 5.5 big blinds, and they jam it all in. So you have to call 4.5 big blinds, 5.5 plus the 2 that are out there. You're talking about 7.5 plus 4, so 4 to win 11.5. You are going to realize that kind of equity out of almost every single hand that you should have, or that you have. Honestly, blind. Don't even look at your cards. Don't discourage yourself by looking at your cards. Just snap your money in there. Now.
So you're saying Cole lost out on some equity?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Now, you know what? He was likely going to lose the hand, but given the way that the equities run, just any 2 cards, you know, for 4 big blinds there.
All right, so we've got this is either going to be our worst episode ever or the best.
I know. Should I just leave now?
It's very polarized. Oh, damn it! I thought I could put another E on there.
Polarized.
No, that doesn't count. It's kind of like when you try to play words with friends or Scrabble and you just try to pull some bullshit word, you know, it doesn't work. But all right, so we've got 5K, 10K with a 10K big blind, and he's still kind of been on 5-handed after we lost the People's Champion Albert. Try to run that short stack up.
Oh, yeah. We got super producer Carolyn coming in for a reload. She needs some more Woodford Reserve to run this ship.
Feel like I'm on the show Yellowstone, you know?
Yellowstone?
All right, no,
is that?
It's like the exact opposite of that. All right, the raise up here by Cole. The raise to 7-6.
It's going to get through. All right, so yeah, we are still just waiting for E to either double or get out of town. So Tyler's sitting there now. He's drifting into the danger zone, and honestly, these blinds are probably going to go up again here before too long. Oh, we got something good in the chat.
Judy, this is a negative EE chat.
That one's really good.
That's very good.
Yeah, thumbs up to Moose Duty right there.
Oh,
dude. Okay, E just let something
Staying
go.
E
Queen
live.
7, bro.
Pointed the computer hand, but Cole has got ace-9. He probably would have got picked off there.
He would have, but man, he got 7 bigs, bruh. It's okay. Let's see if it works out for him. All right.
See, he's going to have a hand here in the big blind.
EE in the BB. Come on, buddy. Get something going.
Just don't make us say GG. All right.
Good, man. That was gold.
That it is. And I'm the one who's had the least probably whiskey here. I still kind of just
gold here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. We had quite fewer questions about the said whiskey, so I'm open to your interpretation as you try to keep an eye on all this. As we've got Tyler folding here from the cutoff, Demond, no hand. We're going blind, and mono E. Mono as he's gonna get a walk.
What?
He's gonna get a walk in the big blind. He's gonna be staying here at 83 EK.
The same logic applies to the person in the small blind when your opponent. Well, I guess he had seven big blinds. Okay, maybe it's a little different. I was gonna say if he had the same 5.5, the same logic would apply. Where any 2 cards, you should just rip it in and see if your opponent comes along. But that's a little bit different. I still do think he had a queen. I think Oreo had a queen, and that's solidly in the jam range over any 2 random cards. So
let's check out the re-E play booth here as
I love what I've done to Mike's brain. Like every word just has E's like
active.
loaded.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a queen something. Anyways, Cole now his turn for a walk as E looked down at 3 high. So that is a hand he can fold. But now one more chance at this, an orbit where he didn't pick up the blinds and antes, so that was really painful to go through.
Now every ante-E is essentially, damn it.
He is essentially on the way out the door unless he finds something to work with. Oreo looks like he's going to, is he limping? He limps the 9-8. E
there we go. There we go. Enter E. Ace King E.
Okay, so if this gets back to Oreo and he folds, I'm gonna cry a little bit into my Woodford reserve here. Tears of sadness, but Tyler has the hand to actually think about. He should honestly just let this go. When you have someone limp like that from the cutoff, there's just no sense getting involved. You don't have to, and your opponent has voluntarily put that money in. But oh God, please don't fold. Come on, Oreo, you can do it.
68K.
And you guys can all do the math here. Look at this pot. Pot size considered compared to how much he has to call and his equity. Yes.
There we go. We got a
Oreo
chance
did
for
it.
E.
This is double up E.
That's
in
why
the
we call
house.
him the W.
Double up E. Can he find a hold? He's up against
hold.
Under
We got
pair
top
now.
pair.
He's still good. And he fucking gets it through. Sorry for cursing there,
right.
but let's go E.
We want to keep this bit going for eternity as he's going to pick this one up at 18 bigs, 18 E.
Dude, Tyler has now moved into the short stack position there. This is fantastic poker right here. You know what? This is actually really good. So we've had a few sort of moves that I would have maybe done a little bit differently, but I really like the way these players are playing.
I disagree. I would have done them except now I'm just doing that devil's advocate thing. No, I can't.
You advocate all you need to, buddy.
Boy, that's all right. So we've got still 5-handed here. I felt like I was on the exodus of coming up with a joke, and then it just escaped my memory. So it's a raise up to 40K here by Cole. Demond with 4 high in the big blind, not gonna get there. All right, so again, a decent payout here for this, $1,000 jump between first and second. Says our boy Ethan in the chat.
What up, Ethan?
Yeah.
So now this is where things get really interesting. When the stacks start to even out at the bottom of the field, it really changes the dynamic because there's not just like one person that you're waiting for. So honestly, what it typically will do is sort of open up the game. The middling stacks will feel a little bit more emboldened to go after some of these pots because the big stack doesn't quite have that same like oomph to their bets. There's not just one little dude out there that you're like, well, I guess I can't play against the big stack because that guy needs to lose. It's like, well, man, there just isn't a short stack anymore. We're all going to play again. Cole, he's got the goods, though. He's got kings and Demond. Oh, he lets it go, and his hand's already over. I was like, hey, what's going to happen?
The blinds folded, so.
Okay. Moving along here. So back in the big blind is
Slight
E.
jump now, though.
Yeah, 12K big blind. Yeah, that's going to knock E and Tyler down under 20 bigs. Well under 20 for Tyler here.
This is the type in the evening where you've got to be able to get your chips in.
That one flowed
That one's
so
kind of snuck right by you. You're like, wait a second.
So good. Man, I feel like I'm falling off of this E train.
It's
Oh, man. Okay, so Demond here on the button. He's definitely putting in a raise. Let's see how big he goes. I like something around 2.5x typically on the button. You know, sort of mixing it up from position to position if you want to, or sticking with the same size. He's going to find 7 Dewey in the big blind. It's not going to push back, so easy win there for Demond.
yeah, that 7 deuce is in a league of its own of hands you just
Yeah.
are never really ever going to try to do
Not
anything
elite at
with.
all. No, that's in the bottom.
Oh, Frank Billion says, how do you remove the chat from the pop-up? If you're watching on a TV, there's like the 3 circles that will give you the option to, it'll look like a text box or something. Sometimes comes up here with people. They're just like trying to enjoy Ever stream, and they got, and it's just, yeah. So if you're watching it on a phone too, it's also like a text bubble that shows up. So.
All right, a raise and take it.
Any
Sorry,
questions,
a
just
walk.
let me know.
A walk for Cole, I should say.
Otherwise, you can refer to our e-support as here on YouTube. As
We have really de-evolved into just a pit of despair.
we're not losing we're not losing viewers from it, so it's like
If anything, we should be getting more. Everyone's like, how long can they do it?
Keep going
How
this
many
bit.
E's
The
exist in the universe? All right, Tyler and E are right on top of each other in terms of big blind strength. Demond, Queen 9. He should be raising that. You're the big stack, buddy. Get after it. Oreo 10-4. Gonna let it go. E on the button. Oof, yeah, 4 high here in the small blind. Cole should either be raising this or letting it go. Yeah, 4 deuce. Now 4 deuce suited is definitely a hand that you can feel a little bit more emboldened to raise with, but yeah, just gonna ship over a walk.
Tyler, like my dog today, got a walkie out of the big blind. That's
We are reaching for E's
we're
here,
really
people.
reaching out there.
Oh man, but I like your dedication.
It's the dedication
admirable.
of the bit that.
Ooh, Oreo. He's got a good hand here.
Yep.
Under the gun, King Queen. He's gonna fire this thing up. How big does he go? He goes to 45K, so this is like not quite a 4x raise. Cole, Queen 10. Yeah, he can't play that one even in position to that sizing. Tyler, on the other hand, he finds this as a spot to rip.
Let her rip.
This is honestly a tough spot for Oreo. And in terms of equity, he should be calling, but he is in a spot where he loses to a ton, or is behind, I should say, to a ton of Tyler's rejam range. Or not rejam, but just jam, I guess, re-raise. All right, Mike's a giggle box over here. He's seeing something I'm not seeing.
We've just created a monster.
Have we reached peak E?
Peak E. We have. Or ATX Poker saying that he might needs to get some TCH coffee EE.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, sit back, have some caffeine as we go. Potentially Jack 10 versus King Queen if we get Oreo.
No.
Here to call.
Yes, he called.
So,
okay, I thought he folded, and I was really disappointed, but he called, and now we've got a battle of these cards, and Jack 10 is now way behind and dead. Toast on the turn. Oreo going to ship that pot, and Tyler, who had gotten relegated to short stack status, made a move. Jack high, no
and now
good.
our guy is going to eke into 4th place here as potentially.
Laddered up. That's pretty solid. Laddered up from 540 to 669 at least. He's got chips and a dream. Oh, and he's under the gun. Let's see if he can make something happen here. But he is 13, maybe 12 big blinds. The last time I saw that chip graphic. So he's going to be looking for some good cards to work with.
All right, there's 4 players left here on our $150 MegaStack free ease out. 6K guaranteed prize pool.
And he's on a roll. Some of these have been good. Like a few were real bad for a minute, and now they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, we got the synapses firing in the right direction. So
yeah, we need some more Woodford Reserve.
Cole
for this, man.
here with raising up with pocket 9s and
gonna get it through. Oreo there with the Choctaw nuts again, showing its ugly face.
Ethan says jumping the shark. I don't know if I don't think Fonzie E is out yet.
Yeah, I think we need cards, with like 1 through 10 on it, and we all kind of go. There's a 3, buddy.
Yeah, go with the rating. Yeah. So
there's a 3.
It's kind of like a Super Troopers bit, I think. Here, that's probably what you do in like improv class.
Yeah, we're definitely on the schnozberries at this point. Yep. We've gone so far down the rabbit hole.
All right.
This is happening.
Oh, here we go. We got a hand.
The 2 biggest stacks at the table have premium hands, so Dumont has to be careful not to push his opponent too far out of this pot. He should make this, about 3x. It looks like that's what he's doing in position. You don't want to size up too much with a premium hand like this. 115, if I'm correct. And this is really going to put Cole in a tough spot after Oreo gets out of the way and E look down at presumably some rags. All right, Cole. This should not be a difficult decision for Cole. He should just let this go. But he has a good hand, and it's understandable that he's going to tank this out. I've played with Cole a lot, right? So he knows that Demond can put pressure on him as the bigger stack, but given the chip stacks, he shouldn't weigh into that too heavily. He just has to let this go, man. But he's going to do his due diligence here. He's going to count it out. He's going to find out if I call, I'm going to have stacked a pot of 1 and out of position. If I don't hit, what do I do? Ultimately, I believe he's going to just let this go. He's assuming the position. That's the look of a man that folds.
Easy
Good job,
on the
Cole.
cards there. This goes a little
bend.
Little bendy. So
that was the right move, though. Cole's he's gonna come back to this, and he's gonna be reading the chat and looking at this replay, and he's gonna say to himself,
it's like this.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna sit there and say, "What in the world happened?"
Yep.
Here with this the commentary here. My name is Mike Youngblood here with Aaron.
Yeah, if he can make it through our nonsense to get to this point.
Yeah. If
he's
you've
clicking.
just caught this for the first time, you might think every broadcast is like this, but it's. We try to have a little bit of fun on Sundays here with the table, with the tournament final table. We do exceptional cash game coverage on Mondays, Thursdays.
Yeah, those are the days I feel like where you got to bring your E game.
Yep.
A game. Sundays are E
E
game.
game.
I had something there.
I got E's in I think grade school is. I think up until like 3rd grade, that was E for excellent. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was only for like in my school system in Iowa. That's how.
Wait a minute. You guys are actually for real? That you got E's? There were E's?
That was, I think for me, E, that it was like. I think it was up until like 4th grade in my system. Then it changes just the standard grading method. So.
So no S's. It was an E, an actual.
I can't even remember.
Because I remember an S. I feel like there was a period where. No, S was like. It's like in video game parlance, like S is above A. And it was like there, yeah, for like a little bit there. I think, like I'm trying to remember because I bounced around a lot when I was young. We moved a lot, but well, yeah, it was just like ABC, whatever. But like, I don't know. I do think there was an S in there at some point. Maybe it was just on like exams when you were in like 2nd grade and
Yeah,
they were like, that was actually like 3rd grade material, kid. Here's an S sticker, you know, like super.
Matt Benjamin saying an E grade was common in the Midwest. It's probably it's probably more like a Midwest thing again. So all jokes aside, we've got E here with 10 big blinds, first act blinds, so 6K, 12K.
Imagine moving there and being like, your kid brings home an E and you're like, A, B, C, D, E. Jesus, how bad is this kid? It's not. It's in between F and D. I don't even know what happened. And how bad is that? But no, it's exceptional.
All right, so blind.
Damon, he's putting in the raise. I like this. You know what? You get some raggy hands sometimes. You're the big stack. He said, I don't care. I got to eat deuce. Get out of my way. Puts it in. Oreo says, nope. Out of there. All right, so E, he's going to be in a world of pain if he can't make something happen here.
So we have E in the big blind. And because
he's reluctantly putting it out, though.
Like that, he is wearing a mask like all of our players do here at Texas Card House. If you're visiting from out of town, make sure you have a mask handy. We play here, and no plexiglass or anything like that here, but keep it nice and open.
Cole wakes up with the 7 deuce offsuit. He says, no, thank you. He's out of there. As soon as he looks at it anyways. Okay, he lets it go.
He's going to be in the big blind here, 12K. So he's only got the 25K chip, so there's just sort of like if he does not play, he's going to get the 1K and change back.
Yep, sitting on the orange nub there. All right, Damon, he says, you know what, if I have to tango with this kid, heads up, jack high, I'll do it, but he's got 8 high E. Let's it go. Still got 97K after he posts his small blind. He's going to have 91.
Moose Duty says that's why we're going to change AA Rons to EE Ron.
EE Ron.
Yeah, you're going to go through a brand transformation.
Yeah, gender. No, I'm not doing that, guys.
All right.
I got to stick with the old Y chromosome here. That's
No. We were not going to call you Brandy. So that's Mike E and Mac Evoy here on TCH Live. Make sure to click subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit that like button. Okay, so, all right. Have a raise up by Demont.
He's keeping his foot on the
30K.
gas, as he should. I think any reasonable holding should be a raise here. E shipping it in.
Here we go.
Okay,
Pocket
we got a
sixes.
chance. EE to DD, double down. It's got, yeah, I don't know. 6s. Damon should snap call this. I guess he's sort of looking at all the orange chips and stuff, trying to figure out exactly what he's going to have to pay. He's going to pay this off for sure. And by pay it off, I mean put his chips in and find out if he can find a pair, because if he does, he's probably going to win. All right. 1 chip at a time. Call. Yep.
Yeah, we've got a real true 50-50. We've got King 8, the overcard suited.
Can he win? He's still ahead.
Still alive.
Still ahead. The queen always on the turn.
It's always a queen.
E survives. Wow. Double up E.
The bit stays alive as we continue here on TCH Live. Scott Behringer says Skull Vikings. Okay, we're up 13-0 here at the half.
A goose egg for Seattle? Are you kidding me?
Yep, that is. That's what happens when you can control the clock and run the ball 17 times. Dalvin Cook for 65 yards and a touchdown, and control the clock, which is the exact opposite of how they played. Where, hey, the
Wilson's
Vikings
7
for some
for
reason
7.
have been able to control the run, and that's not what I expected. But
Wilson's 7 for 7, and they don't. What do they got? 1 first
40
down.
yards, so it's probably like what?
My goodness, that is not what anyone. I mean, Yeah, you could have bet the farm on Seattle leading at the
I
half.
would not have bet any of a farm. But
Do you have a farm?
no.
So you couldn't bet a
I
farm.
couldn't,
So you wouldn't bet a farm.
nor did old MacDonald who was saying E-I-E-I-O.
Oh my God, you are a legend now. Seriously, the hamster is just the hamster has like
I would be the
15
most
rain
popular
energy
person
drinks.
at improv class, so
Wait,
which
what
would
the
make me.
hell is that? That's not C4 or rain. What is that?
That is Bang. That's a little cherry blade lemonade.
What is happening, man? How-
This is already like empty too. So
Well, you got to eat the can now.
oh,
Eat the can.
eat the can. All right, that's.
Man, I've never seen anyone be so, what's the right way to phrase this? Not like exclusive to one brand of energy drink.
No, my loyalty is up for sale. So
Oh, you
that's-
didn't drag that loyalty out.
Loyalty
Oh,
is- damn
man,
it.
you're off. I got him off his game. Got him
Damn
off
it.
his game. All right, we got E folding under the gun, 10-5 off. Understandable after that double, man. He has some new life. Damon with a suited king 10. He's going to pop it up. Oreo looks like he's got something, and that's a 6 deuce.
All right.
Interesting defend here with the way he's played his big blinds before. Oh, and he's got no piece of that. Damon top pair, 98% equity. He's going to bet, and Oreo's going to just tear those cards in half and fling them into the garbage. All right, how many likes do we got?
We have 64 likes. We have
64,
64 likes right now.
64.
557 watching. It's probably the most we've had for the tournament final table. Quite a while. So we appreciate y'all
welcome
joining. If
to
you want to
this-
play with us every Sunday here at Texas Card House, again our $150 6K guaranteed freeze out here starting at 2 p.m.
So many opportunities.
Dealer appreciation for $10. Get a extra 5K for being on time. You get here between level 1 starting up till about 225. We've got the free roll on Wednesday, and you do the also the Friday free roll PLO. So just to answer that person's actual serious question.
Oh, lay it on us.
Yeah, that's what I answered. Y'all doing any tournaments during the week?
Oh,
During
I
the
thought you. I
week,
thought there. Okay,
so-
that's a good serious question, and you answered it well. But I thought there was another one I was looking forward to.
No.
Damon gonna raise that up as a good big stack does. Gets it through. E gonna let go.
We're looking for an even 100 likes, says JT Dion.
Let's do it. I think we can. So we jumped up to 83. Everybody who's in the chat that hasn't clicked the like button, do us a favor. Just go ahead and slide it over there,
It's
man.
not even
17.
really a favor.
We got 17. It is.
I
It's
would
huge.
do the same for you. If,
Yeah.
there's-
Can we like people in the chat? We can't
Yeah,
do that, can we?
If you have a content and I ever came across it, I would probably hit the like.
Absolutely.
Victor Serra says greetings from Brazil. It's probably very confusing for some of our. Damn it! I couldn't make a pun out of that. Either. International viewers. So this is about the time and the time and the night where we ask you to drop us a line. Let us know where you're watching from here on TCH Live.
We're popping.
Chat.
We're popping. 90, 91. You guys are killing it. All right, if we get to 100, then Mikey is going to get another bourbon.
All right.
Oh, no, he's all. That was the. He didn't
still-
even resign himself to it.
He's
Ready. He's ready. He's ready
Nah,
for the whiskey.
taking it very steady. So as we've got
Oh, Damon, you've been
non-folding here,
doing
the
so
9-7
good. You got to
suited.
raise that.
Again,
buddy.
ease.
All right, Damon lets it go. Oreo lets his go as well. We're getting caught up on the action tracker here as we move into the small blind. Double E, what's he going to do?
What does he got? He's got the 10-8.
10-8. And
All right, but now we'll
oh, he's going to limp it. Cole with the 9 triz is going to check it down. Let's see if we can get any pieces on this flop. Whiff City. Whiff City, the first person to sneeze on it is going to pick it up. E feeling frisky. Sneeze. Sneeze. Sneezy E. Oh,
Sneezy,
Sneezy
Sneezy.
E.
That's all right.
He sneezed on it. And Cole should definitely be letting this go.
He's going to take the lead on this and bet this out here first to act and pick up the pot as we say hello to some of our chat pros and friends. Dimitri and ATL, Matt in Oscadero, California, Matt Benjamin in the Arizona desert. Let's see. Watching from Boston, Massachusetts, Biloxi, Mississippi, says Matt. That's what I was giggling at when I read that. I'm like, Biloxi. I'm like, there you go. That's very well done. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I get a golf clap for that.
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Hey, Colorado, hanging out.
From Spain, says Daniel. CT, so Nick from Yuma. Detroit, says Numbnuts.
All right.
Here we go, E.
Double E, Jack 10 on the button.
Probably couldn't see a min raise, but it's going to work out for him as the Mon's got ace queen.
So this is actually understandable.
The Choctaw Nuts, right?
Yeah, so this was actually understandable. So E has the two biggest stacks at the table to his immediate left. Raising the big blinds, the big stacks big blind is a terrible, terrible idea as the shortest stack. So no, the Jack 10, absolutely let that thing go. Don't get mixed up in there. Cole, on the other hand, though, had decided to pop that up with the Choctaw Nuts, and he's really getting out of line here. But he's actually connected with this flop, so he has the lead. Damon now with overcards and some opportunities for counterfeiting. Also spades and backdoor straight, so he's got a ton of opportunities. We're going to a freeze frame from yesteryear.
Yep.
It's another 2.
We might have a, yep. I can see on the edge of the board there, so it's deuce, 4-4. Demont has ace high here. We've got a jam by Cole.
Wow.
He's put it all in for 300K.
This is a spot where I would have much preferred a small bet to get paid. Ripping that in, you only get called by a 4. But you know what? Maybe he thought that Demond would look him up with ace high somehow, but or an overpair or 10 or something. But that's just gonna get through, and Cole's gonna scoop that up. So. Big blind working its way back to E again.
Austin Krantz checking in from Richmond, VA. We got Watbury from NorCal. Mill says he's checking from Milwaukee, E.
Nice.
Daniel checking from Huntington Beach. Chuck in Tennessee.
Oh, there's so many E's
There's
in Tennessee.
too many E's. Portland, Oregon for Sergio T. Back out in California, Detroit. Sharaf saying,
City.
Oh, okay.
Man, this bourbon is like eating through this cup.
Yeah,
it's
it
starting
really
to
is.
delaminate. That's when you know it's good bourbon, when it starts to delaminate your plastic cup or whatever this thing is.
GTO 69 says Chiang Mai, Thailand. Mount Vernon, Washington from Mike Herring. All right, so we've got to raise up here by Demond at 30K. Oh, Oreo's got kings, and here comes the 3E bet.
Depending on the sizing, oh no, it's a little too big, isn't it? In position, Oreo should size this down. If he gets a call, he's going to be very fortunate because that sizing is much too large in position with such a strong hand. You want to play this hand against the chip leader. He has the most opportunity of anyone to play back against you, so you want to hand him that when you have a premium hand and he's going to get a fold. That is going to be the worst outcome, right next to flopping a set of 3s and getting stacked. So not great EV there, but he is still going to win. He racks up 30K that he didn't have before, so it's a win, but my goodness. Doesn't feel
Nick
great.
from Yuma predicting that Lakers 2021 are going to repeat. Cotswood, England. San Antonio, EO says Zach Anderson. Greg out in Lee Ander. Stefanos Cholavea says greetings from Greece.
Oh, Greece has a lot of E's too. Well,
Is it
I just
Greece
noticed
or
we
is
got
it
up
Greece?
over 100 likes. Put
Hold
it up
on.
there,
Yeah,
buddy.
we did it. All right, is he in Greece or Greece 2? All right, there is blinds 8K and 16K.
Cole, gonna go ahead and bump this up. Queen 10, I like it. 40K on a 12K big blind. Let's see, Demond waking up with a pair. He's gonna call in position, try to take a flop, see if he can get something decent. Oreo gonna let his suited queen go. And let's see if E has a hand. He does. Ship it in there. Get these clowns out of dodge.
Yes.
Oh, no. Did
I
he
thought-
call? He called.
Okay, called.
Oh, see, that's a perfect squeeze spot.
Squeeze spot.
Squeezy E. Should have
Squeezy
gotten it
E.
in there. He's got the best drawing hand up against Damon's made hand. Pair of fives, but yeah, Cole, as you say, or we're about to before I just continued talking.
Talking.
The other
my name
dude
is,
talking. The dude talking over the other dude talking.
I am Mikey E, the dude talking. We're going to have EE.
Oh,
But
no. This
taking
is
the
the,
lead on this.
yeah, this is the nut low play when you should have jammed it pre-flop and then you bleed out when you don't have a hand. This is not great. Whoa, I thought he about shipped it in there. Cole did. Cole shipped it in, and now
wow.
E says, why did I just punt off half my stack without a pair? He's got double backdoor and 2 overs, one of which is dead. Yeah, he's going to twitch around a little bit, sort of fumble with the chips, pretend like he had something, and then he's going to ship it into the muck. Oh, no. All of that value that he could have had pre-flop gone, and all of those chips that he earned the hard way through a double up earlier. No good. So E is right back in the hot seat. Everyone waiting for him to punt.
All right, here on TCH Live, our Freezeout final table. Mikey Youngblood here with Aaron McAvoy.
Mackie
Mackie
boy,
boy,
thank you. Capital E in
We
there.
appreciate you guys leaning into the bit. Yeah, an 8K, 16K, 16K.
Ooh,
Big
blinds
blind
up.
ante.
Oh, so E is now even further behind. He had 10 bigs, and he's not even going to have that
There we
anymore.
go.
He's shipping it in, and that's a quick.
Ship
Oh
it
no,
in.
that wasn't a call. He was completing the,
Okay, it
his
was
big
completed
blind.
the big blinds.
He
All
fired
right.
that 1K in there like it was a call.
Eugene
Oh,
Green.
this is a call. This
Yeah,
is a
this
call.
is-
He's going to find it. He just has to figure out what it costs him. If Cole folds here, then I'll drink another Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, I think he's counting on all of.
Yeah, he's still collecting his earnings from last pot. So, yeah, taking his time here. He knows he's got this little baby pair, but yeah, he's not folding this. I know Cole, and I know that he doesn't fold to a 7 big blind shove or whatever this is with a pair. All right, so E, he's going to be looking for an ace
It's
or
kind
a
of
9
like
or
3
some
E's or
counterfeiting.
backwards E's, so this could be a really terrible duality for him here.
Yeah, the universe might just like implode or something if EE loses to 3-3.
Moose Duty saying oopsie daisy. All right, we're most likely going to get a call as he slams it.
Yeah,
It's like,
Cole should have called already, honestly. This is sort of, you know, E's feeling like he's, like, really far ahead, right? He's sort of thinking his opponent at this point is on a hand like Jack 10 or something that's like, I kind of want to
exactly
call.
like that.
And then when Cole ends up calling and flips over the pair, it's really going to be sort of like, what, bro? Should have called me like a minute ago, but... Yeah, there it is. He's going to flip over the ace high like, yeah, I got it. And, oh, no, what?
Here we go. We're going to need an ace or a 9.
Okay, 10, deuce, 5. No real help there. Backdoor diamonds maybe alive for the ace 9 if I remember.
9 or
Jack,
ace.
no
9 or
good.
ace. King on the end.
No good.
An exit for E as we had so much fun rotating him on throughout this final table as we are down to our final 3 E.
Man, Yeah, that was a good bit. I don't know if we can keep it going without E in the mix, but good.
We can maybe make it like a callback bit now because it's
Yeah. Anyways, well played to E.
yeah we
Great job coming in fourth when he was, I think, short stack pretty much the entire time. So fourth place, paying him out 669 when he was looking at either a fat goose egg or 200 maybe back there in Albert land. And then he got himself a decent payday on his $150 buy-in. So good job to E.
good job. I
We're
really
down to
hope that it didn't take. If you're watching the recap of this, you take it the right way. That
Oh, we
yeah,
love E.
he
was
another
our
classic
dog in this
moment on
race.
TCH Live.
Yeah. All right, so we're three-handed now, so things should open up a bit because, again, we're back to the same situation where there isn't just like one clear short stack who's ready to get crippled out the door. It's sort of like three stacks that can all tango with each other. So Cole, yeah, he's going to wake up, and now he is the big stack, so he can apply the pressure because, yeah, Oreo is the shortest of the three, so he is the one who's going to need to sort of make things happen in order to change the dynamic here. Although Demond is not that far ahead of him either, so Cole clearly in front with about half the chips in play. It's probably going to come down to some decent hands, maybe big cards, getting tangled up on a flop here to make things happen. 9 deuce, not going to do it.
Well, the Lakers are the NBA Finals champions. They, of course, were playing for Kobe, who the Lakers win against the Miami Heat.
All right.
Best of 6 finishes. The bubble is complete. Everybody avoided getting sick.
Everybody?
Everybody. Well, not, I mean, within the bubble.
Okay.
Within the bubble, there was really, I
Whoa,
think,
you
no...
just lost your mic
yeah.
thing. I'll let you touch it, actually. That's right next to your face.
Yeah, that's a good precaution there. We've got a second pair here for Demond and Oreo here with the...
My favorite part of this whole bit has been the fact that Carolyn over there has not just like thrown her headset down and stormed out of
That's
the
why
room.
she's the best in the biz.
I think she's actually been a little bit entertained. Oh my God, that was awful. What? There was an E up front, and I wrecked the whole ship. So I'm sorry. We'll get it back off the rocks and try to keep moving as we have a couple of spades here against a second pair. Oh, that was a bet and a raise. So yeah, got a little spicy there while we were fooling around. Sorry about that, people. But Oreo gonna pick up the pot there with the worst hand. Gutter to a straight back or a flush draw, I should say, and a pair draw. So gets it through. We're into the big money here. I mean, these are some dollar bills here. We're looking at almost 1,000 for third. 15.
Lots of money on the line here tonight.
If you would like to make some money, why don't you come on down to TCH North Austin.
Boom.
Hang out with us. Get yourself in the mix. This tournament runs every Sunday, 2 p.m. $150 MegaStack Freezeout, 1 entry with lots of fun guaranteed. Oreo here, Ace King. Cole in the big blind.
All right.
Carolyn dollars on the table? Wait, what are we playing? Are we playing a mixed game or what?
I'll play whatever. This game would be
Okay.
All right, Ace King here as Cole's not going to connect with us at all.
Oh, not like you've hit and run before and you do it again, but like you've hit and run before and now you got to make up for it by hanging out until 3 a.m.? Okay, gotcha.
All right,
Okay.
Oreo here with the top pair and top kicker. Cole is going to lead or bet when checked here as a small blind versus big blind. And we've got a raise up to 160.
Unfortunately for Oreo, Cole has a whole lot of nothing, so he's going to posture a little bit and then he's going to ship this into the muck. But, yeah, that's a little bit of a tricky play. I saw a fair bit of this earlier while I was in the tournament. People slow playing these ace kings and doing it in this sort of strange fashion. He did raise pre-flop, so it's not like he was like the limp like I don't have anything. But yeah, no, it seems to be sort of a prevalent play. The ace king slow play. So Cole, he's finally gonna let it go. Did a little bit of Hollywooding there, sort of sell the story that I'm letting go of a big one. But
hey, he's I don't know. We've seen Oreo show a lot of his hands and almost all of them good, but so it goes. So 107 likes over 565 concurrents. We encourage you to smash that like button to grace your presence over the thumbs up. Join us here in the chat. Hopefully your guys' pick is doing well here on the player poll. We got down to 5-handed.
yeah, how did that vote go, by the way?
I'm not sure because then we started talking about the professor and then we got into the E game.
That's right.
All night, so it was like trying to keep up here with the chat, and it's quite a task. All right, Jack 5 is going to get a walk here to Demond.
So
Gary C, as always, complaining about Demi. Kratz says, we appreciate all of you chat pros keeping it civil as we possibly can. Oh, boy. Can we just not do this today, guys? The Lakers won a championship. That's all the
Minnesota's
other
winning still. I mean, it's not a goose egg for Seattle anymore. It looks like they've got a touchdown.
No, 13-7 here as Seattle here with the response, and Vikings back on offenses.
I keep
continue
seeing
to try to control the ground.
Every time I look over at Mikey's computer, I just see like I don't know, crosswalk guards. Like that, the outfits for the Seahawks, it just screams like, I don't know, public.
Yeah, it's a lot of green on there on the field.
My
Raised
words
by
aren't flowing
Cole
well.
at 50K.
The Woodford Reserve is flowing well, but my words not so much. Anyways, there's something about their outfits that are their
uniforms.
Outfits, uniforms, it's all the same.
It's like I know you're trying to find the word. I was just like uniforms. All right, raise up here to 50K.
Oh my God, this
3-bet here to
bourbon
120
is
now
great.
here by Oreo.
Clay, you're the man, dude. Oh my goodness, making it happen here in the booth.
Trying to keep it even here as.
Yeah, Oreo putting in a 3-bet. We haven't seen too many of those. You probably already used that on this hand, and I'm just going to recycle it. Cole thinking about it. He should definitely be calling in position here. The sizing is very small. He is the chip leader. He can apply a lot of pressure if the flop gets checked to him. He may be thinking about a 4-bet, which would be pretty ambitious. Oh, no. He's thinking about a fold, and he executes the fold.
70K? No.
And that evens the stacks out. Cole is up by 1,000 chips. One single yellow chip. One Seahawks outfit above his opponent.
So JT and 1968 says, most importantly, Oklahoma beat Texas yesterday in what they refer to as the Red River rivalry.
That was horrifying. Did you watch that game?
Yeah. I watched
abysmal.
a lot of it. It was wildly entertaining, very sloppy. It was.
At what point
it was very probably depressing for Texas fans because it's kind of a recurring theme. And
at what point should the Texas Longhorns have gone for two?
The
2-point conversion, like when they tied the game, or when they had the opportunity to tie the game at the end of regulation,
I don't know,
or like during the first, second, third overtime. I mean,
just try not to be results oriented when it comes to whether or not those things work. Because let's see, we've got Demond for the race of 39K. We got Cole able to call to 23K.
Did you read the article? It came out, I don't know, maybe a year ago. It was a sports analyst who had gone through and done a full analysis of like the successfulness of 2-point conversions over history, whatever, and had basically proven beyond a reasonable doubt, like that statistically you should go for 2 if you are in any way expecting that the overtime is going to be at least even or against you in terms of your defense against their offense, right? Like, just go for 2.
No.
You need to make 2 yards, and you could just win the game right here.
Well, we got
right?
Demond betting his open under here in position, and he's going to pick it up here as the King Jack of Cole. No good. As far as going for, I don't know.
No, that was right. Yeah, yeah. It's a new suit. It's the of Cole, the King Jack of Cole. You always win with that one. Anyways, my point was going to be, and we can
really
blow past this, but
I just can't really remember some
and
of
in
the,
college,
how all the sequences went down. It's like I think at some point like you have to go for 2.
well,
I
yes,
think,
in
like,
the
at
third
some
overtime.
point, so it's sort
yeah.
of like. Let me hop back to that at some point.
All right, we'll let you off the
Ace 8
hook.
versus Ace 8.
Oh, let me see some
It's-
spiciness here.
Spiciness, huh?
Yeah, I want to see it, and I want to see. Yep, there we go. That's a raise. That's a good raise, and I want to see a 3-bet. Can it happen? Probably not. Demond should just call, but you know what? Then we should see like 2 diamonds and a club on the flop.
Jedi Master Ted saying he's even. All right, so here we go.
It's a min click. We got the 3-bet. It's a min click. And this looks super strong. I mean, Cole has got to be wondering, what on earth? I got an ace. What do you have? But he'd have to, he's going to play this whole hand out of position. He's going to put in the call. And he's going to play this out of position. So Damon has the big advantage here. Pre-flop 3-bet initiative and in position. Cole's going to need to connect in a pretty reasonable way, or he's going to have to let this go almost certainly. He does have ace high. This isn't the worst flop for ace 8, but out of position against a 3-better, can't be feeling too good about it. Oh, Damon takes all of the question marks out of the sentence and just says, I'm all in, so you fold. And Cole says, yes, I do.
Up and away. Says this commentary blows. Let's see.
Telling it like it is.
That's not like actually what he said though.
That's the most live
take
take
the pun.
Commentary blows.
Up
Dude,
and away.
you know what?
Up and away. It's all right.
I'm sorry that you
speech
feel
as we
that
continue
way.
here 3-handed of the $150 MegaStack Freezeout here on that Texas Courthouse Live, TCH Live.
This commentary too. I'll let you finish your words.
Man, I'm.
I was about to
We just
say.
opened up a can of worms we cannot close back.
And this
up.
commentary will live on into posterity.
I don't know. It could turn it into a YouTube remix, like turn into a remix.
Nothing but gems coming out of this one. I'll tell you what.
See that on the highlight reel.
Yes.
As we've got a limp here, and by Demond, the 8K. Oreo here with the Ace 8 offsuit.
Honestly, though, the fact that we had made it this far without any hate in the chat, unless you
Yeah, I was
just been
gonna say, like this
glossing
was
over it for me.
No. Like most people were super responsive to it, so it was very encouraging. As we've got an 8 here on the turn, second pair for Oreo, 2 pair flopped here by Demond.
This is good.
We got heads up here with the 88K. J-ball here on the end.
Fade 2. That's going to slow things down. Yeah, Demond's going to get to show his 5-4 for the winning hand with no more chips going into the pot. Relatively small pot, but definitely every pot at this point is important. Oreo has now probably, solidly moved into second position. Cole going to be the short stack now. Still with plenty of big blinds, though. I can see for sure 350K, looks like maybe 400K in front of Cole. So at 16K big blind, these guys are all playing pretty deep.
All right, so it's tough to tell what's not and what's not a joke anymore here.
Then we've done our jobs exceptionally. Okay, Carolyn. Now
It's like the
Seahawks
Seahawks have scored
Seahawks
the Vikings
scored.
end zone here as chance to go ahead by DK Metcalf. As Oreo going to race here at 40K. Again, blinds 8K, 16K. Cole here with a couple of juggalos. A couple of jokers. And he's just going to go out and rip it.
Yeah, and unless Oreo feels like one heck of a hero, he's going to let this go before long. Seattle boots it up in the air. That's going to be good. 1 point lead.
Anything is possible.
I mean, you pretty much knew that your dream was like, you know, hanging by a thread.
Yep.
Yeah. Although, I mean, the fact that the Vikings have put up this kind of offense at all and defense is probably the more efficient and impressive
Yeah,
part
I
of
think the
things.
fact that this has not got out of hand, that it's going to play in their tempo, that they can kind of still run the football here in the second half. They still got a good shot at it here in the end, though, as Oreo going to take his time, figure out if he wants to commit well over half of his. I mean, it's like 75% of his stack here with ace 4 offsuit, three-handed, and
80%.
I mean, I think three-handed is where it starts to get a little marginal. That I kind of understand why he's trying to think it through, even if I find it to be a fold.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a pretty big jump here. Like this is
Yeah.
928 to 1,573.
Lines are definitely gray.
Shows the
Greg,
ace.
how many snoots do you? I've really actually I've not drank
That's your
a
first
lot
one?
of whiskey from the original like glass that was poured to me. So
Yeah. No, Mikey's still on his first one. Carolyn and I are both too deep and probably both no, wait.
yeah.
This is third. Oh, I
might be.
I'm on 3.
I might be the designated driver here at this point. As 8K and 16K.
Wait, no, there's a gutter out front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't.
Oh
feel
yeah.
bad.
There's you didn't find me in the gutter on Friday too. By the way, that was
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Yeah,
No. I
because
guess
it's
it
from
would have been
Thursday
Friday.
to Friday.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got ace 7, ace 10. Oh, Cole
Yeah.
has put in a raise here to 108K. He's put about a fourth of his stack in.
Now, where Oreo may have gotten gun shy with his ace 4, which was actually reasonable, Damon definitely not with an ace 10 here. He's going to put the pressure back, and Cole now he's wondering what he did to himself because he put a lot of his chips in there. That looks like a quarter of his stack, but facing a 3-bet, I mean, unless Damon is just totally going nuts with king, queen or something, there's just not a lot of opportunities for you to be ahead here. And Cole's demeanor pretty well demonstrates that, right? He's kind of telegraphing. He's got that arc fold on the cards too. We've seen that when he's pitched him into the muck before. Perhaps he just holds them that way all the time, and I'm not paying attention enough, but be very surprised if he continues. We're doing some math.
Yeah, this is probably.
Yeah. I think this is mostly just a posture. I think Cole already knows he's going to fold. Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened?
It looks like we have got ourselves a fumble, and we've got ourselves a Chris Carson touchdown. Our breaks here into the end zone, which was now a 13-7 game. Is about to be a 13-21 game.
21
so I
unanswered.
might actually need some more whiskey after this. As
Understandable.
costly Vikings turnover.
Oh, is that a plot of win probability that just tanked off of the cliff?
Yeah, that
oh
was
my
a nuts one the other side. As Cole going to fold his hand as Tank there for a bit with a 7 offsuit. As it looks like that was the first interception for Kirk Cousins.
Really kudos to him, though.
Yeah, he's not been able to shake that reputation of not being able to win on a big stage. As damn it,
Do you want to say that again? Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah.
Let's see.
Pretend like that
John
didn't
J
happen.
says Remix will get zero views. The commentary has been a bit corny, says Shaggy at
That
ATX. I prefer
well
Chiiki. All right, it might be the cutoff here at some point for this. How far we can take this bit. All
That's
right.
fine with me. You know what? I think we got a lot of mileage out of it, and it was fun. It really was. And
It's
I
a
hope
good
that you
mental
guys.
exercise, to be honest. It opens up your creativity.
Yeah, it was fun, and to anyone who's been annoyed by it, I understand. It's the way it is. So
It is.
I'm sure
It
I'll go
is
back
what
and
it is.
rewatch this at some point. Hopefully not
Yeah,
tomorrow
we'll
because it'll be
kinda
too
slightly
fresh.
Embarrassed.
Yeah, and be like, wow, we stuck with that bit for 2 hours and somehow still got 114 likes and only 2 dislikes. Hey,
only 2.
that right there,
That's fine.
that
I
right
think
there,
that's a fair.
that's evidence.
That's a fair ratio.
Yeah, we
We've
did
got
just fine.
now what looks like to be a 10K, 20K blinds with the big blind ante.
There's no stopping this man. All right, Demond with an ace on the button. He's raising up. He makes it 50K. 2 of those burnt orange chips. Cole says 9-8 offsuit. That's worth a call. I can tell that's what he's saying. Yes, it is. We're going to a flop. Cole out of position here. 9 high and a dream. Demond ace high does not connect. Neither player connects. And honestly, that's pretty gross for the flat caller out of the big blind. But Cole reaching for chips? No, he was just messing around. Demond checked it back. Cole is definitely not ready to bite at this, so I think we're just going to check down to a showdown. Demond going to take it if we do. No, Cole is going to put a little feeler out there, and Demond's like, well, really? 25? I'll call. I'll win. Get out of town.
Good.
Yeah, if you're going to bluff at that, you definitely have to go bigger than 25.
It's always finding that
Pro tip.
Cole is bluffing, so like it's here at 3-handed is.
Oh, I did. I inspired one dislike. I knew that as soon as I
we would get
informed
one more.
the crowds that there was a button for disliking, that someone would hit it. I knew someone would hit it.
That's a pretty good ratio.
But
I
we
feel
got
like
way more
we're
likes.
doing just fine.
Yeah, that was like 8 more likes or 10 or something. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening anymore, but it's amazing. So
We
good
welcome
job,
you guys
people.
here as again we stream the tournament final table each and every Sunday. We do cash 5-5 or 5-10 on cap different Monday. Expect tomorrow should be a fantastic lineup.
Oh, what is happening tomorrow? Do we know the lineup?
I don't actually. I think Ace has got it lined up, so I think there are some names I think might be on, but I don't want to. Don't want to spill the beans as
All
this
right, all right.
column.
Well. Oh, that was a good one. Hit Mike right in the funny button. Not worth it.
I mean,
okay,
it's
he's not gonna
Cole
regurgitate.
15 big blinds, Oreo and Demond.
Yeah, these blinds just keep going up. We're up at 20K now, so Oreo's sitting there. He's at risk with 15 big blinds in the blind at the moment. Cole on the button. He's going to look down. He's got 2 cards. Blue and color on the back. He's got chips in his hand. He's going to fire out a raise. That's a couple of
All right,
clubbies.
Cole gets no action with Ace King. We got a lot of Ace King here on the final table here as. So again, our promotion here for the month of the month of October, early bird discount. You check in before 1 p.m. That's 25% off. Your night owl discount. Check out after 1 a.m. when you sign in here at Texas Card House. That's 25% off. And if you do both discounts, 50% off if you do them both consecutively. Check in before 1 and sign out after 1. That's 50% off your hourly here at Texas Card House. So time for grinding.
We talked a little bit. I think we just had a sort of nondescript hand there, but we talked a little bit about Halloween last stream. Are you going to dress up? Are you going to go with anything?
I don't. Well, what day is Halloween on here? It's a Saturday. Oh, damn you, coronavirus and COVID-19. Technically, October 31st is my dog's birthday. That's what the shelter said the day it was born.
Wow.
So I'm trying to.
Are you going to
I'm
dress
not
up as
even.
your
I'm not even
dog?
thinking that far out yet. So. All right. What do we got? 10K, 20K.
20K. Yeah. These blinds are massive.
I
think you should go as an ostrich, honestly.
Yeah. That's. Get some stilts and some feathers.
Paper mache. You need to paper mache the neck and everything. Yeah.
It seems It's like a bit much.
No.
It's a lot of crafting involved there.
Well, it'd be something.
Get,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I rarely do until it's sort of like,
yeah, it's
oh,
always too
Jesus,
late.
it's,
Then I
it's
come
tomorrow.
up with like
yeah.
the dumbest costume I can think of. But it's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if it's like. I would have to find the right party to go to feel kind of like, okay, this seems like a good idea.
Is there not a party here?
I mean, I think sometimes they wear, but I'm gonna hopefully not be working on that Saturday, so that is exactly where I'm gonna set my unavailability. Don't schedule me that day.
All right, all right. Doing good things for Mikey's calendar here.
Yeah. They're like, wait a second, Halloween's on a Saturday. Let's.
All right, Cole pitches his 4 high into the muck. Demond in the small blind is going to raise it up to 3 big blinds with queen 9. Oreo suited queen in the big blind. This is a defendable hand. See if he pulls the trigger here. He's sort of twitching around. Not a very inspiring look in terms of the strength of your call, but he is going to put it in. So, call of 40,000. We're going heads up to a flop here. Queen 9 against Queen 6. Let's see if we can get a piece. There's a 6, so Oreo going to take the lead here with the middle pair, and he leads out too. Oh, after a check from Demond. So Demond just basically gave up the initiative there. This is still anybody's game. I guess Cole has really sort of shifted into the short stack here. 18 big blinds, though. A pretty playable stack, though. I mean, the blinds have just gone up, so he's got maybe another 20, 15 minutes at this level. Although hitting that big blind every 3 hands is pretty painful.
Yeah,
it puts you in that spot where you have to make things happen. You have to start sort of reaching down into your range and being a little bit more aggressive, especially when you are that player who everyone else is sort of looking at feasting upon. I'm on here, Queen 10 on the button. Definitely going to put in a raise. Make it 55. Almost a 3x raise. Oreo, though.
Yep. Oh, he's got ace queen.
Don't call here. You got to 3-bet this. You don't want to play this out of position, and I think he's onto that. So he's thinking about how far into the stack he wants to reach. He's going to make it 3x maybe, 155 if I saw that correctly. Only 135, so actually a pretty small 3-bet. Cole can posture for a second with his 10-4 and then get out of the way. There's no way he's playing anything. Mikey's about to lose his mind over here, or at least
no, just another classic Moose Duty comment.
Oh, nice. Moose Duty's been on point tonight.
It's really been on fire as he's going to Oreo's going to show the ace king.
Ace queen it was, but pretty close. And I'm actually surprised, though, that Demond didn't play that one in position. I guess presumably because Cole's the shortest stack. Maybe that's affecting Demond's play there. As the bigger stack, I definitely think a flat call was in order, but we'll move on to the next hand.
So again, 3-handed here. The third place is going to take 928, second 1,573, first 2,540. 119 likes here on our YouTube live stream.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Always nice to have you guys here in the chat. It's my first Sunday night hangout with you.
Yeah,
here in the
I
booth.
generally have done the majority of these by myself, so I'm pleased to have somebody else here to riff in with.
Yeah, I do feel like, I mean, the difference in the dynamics is sort of massive, right? Like, especially between Sunday and Monday, right? Like, the Sunday-Monday switch is the biggest dynamic shift that there is. Cole has shipped it in with bottom pair and no heart. What an ambitious move.
I mean, he's got a heart. It's right there in his chest, but not one in his combo here as Demond here with a decision to make. See, it's gonna.
Wow. This is a pretty exceptional move, considering the way that Cole has played, which has been very snug, very cautious, and actually just pretty well in line, except for a couple of kind of maybe funky limps and whatever happened earlier, but here, this is ambitious. It's almost. Oh yeah, and he's going to get a call.
Oh,
Damon's going
wow.
to call him
Cole's
off.
going to have to get lucky.
Running hearts for a chop, maybe a 5 or a 3 to take it down outright. That's a
That's
king.
not
Not
gonna
going to do it.
Cole. has
Queen's
been
always
eliminated.
coming. Yeah, Cole's toast. That was a very ambitious maneuver, and Damon found the call button there. That's great call by Damon with top pair, no kicker. Chips getting shifted over. Cole going to head out the door, $928 in his pocket. So even though he's going to be feeling that one for a little bit, still not a bad payday. And if you want to make $928 for donking off your chips in third place, just kidding, Cole. You made a play, and that was the right spot to do it. It just didn't get through. But if you want to come in and play for $928 or more, come on in, check us out. Sunday afternoons, 2 p.m., $150 MegaStack Freezeout. You could be on this table right now.
Well, the Vikings tried to go for the 2-point conversion. They didn't get it, so I guess you're done messed up, Ron. But well, the logic you were talking about applied to whether or not a situation went to overtime. So
Yeah.
it's an apples and oranges thing.
Wait,
so.
that was the end of regulation?
No. That was
Oh.
it's
Yeah, I was
Full-
like, what? I thought
full-
we had a
full
whole
third
quarter to
quarter.
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so they
No.
could have drawn
I
it
was
even.
just kind of fucking with you. So
No,
it's-
but going for it there is actually.
yeah, you want to go for the tie there, I think, in that spot.
Ooh, I don't know. With a full quarter to play, being down by 1, you can always make it up later. But that one's a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah,
Certainly going
it's
for it
on the
when it's like
road.
tie and go to overtime, or go for 2 and win. I think that's the more sort of GTO question mark. But anyways, we got a 7 deuce here that's going to get folded
Yeah,
out in the big blind after Demond opened on the button. He has 1,000,000 chips, so almost a 2-to-1 favorite here in terms of the stack depth. Who do you got in this one? I think I've had Demond pretty much since we were talking about it.
Yeah,
I love his play. I really do.
I think it's the Mons taking it all the way here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though I got a little hope for Jason, but
Oreo is Jason. Okay. All right. Got a limp here on the button. Demond already reaching for chips. He says, I got an ace. You got to pay to see this flop. Is Oreo, tell me you're going to limp raise with 6. There's no 6. Queen. Queen 5. No. Little posture. He's going to fold this. Never mind. Everything I say is wrong. We're going to a flop after a limp call.
I agree, Aaron. That's no. I agree. As ace deuce queen 5. Oh, top and bottom here for Oreo.
And Demond has the initiative, so of course he's going to bet. He puts out a 1/3 pot size continuation, and Oreo should just smooth call. And he will. And now Demond, if you don't put a 3 or a 4 out there, he's going to just probably, oh, there's another 5. Yeah, he's got to slow this down. I can't see him continuing. You get that kind of call. Yeah, 4 on the river. No dice.
I was trying to jump to another thought that, we've had the Helmuth and Antonio heads-up challenge. Like, who would make a good heads-up challenge on TCH Live? And I've not been able to really think of maybe there's a way we could ever do, like, a heads-up tournament and, like, record it, but it seems like a lot of time and energy.
I've actually thought about that a lot. I think we should do that.
We need like a legit, like, grudge match, though.
Yeah, no, I think a heads up, like in the WSOP, right? Like out in Vegas, one time a year, it's like they get 128 entries, or maybe they get more like 256 or somewhere in there, and you just sort of grind it all the way down until it's that final heads up match, and it's the most epic thing that like poker is made for.
Right.
We should do. Not only should we do that locally, should we have something here, but the sort of my dream is that we have like two formats. One is each card room sends their best players, whether it's through a tournament structure or through some sort of popular vote, and they send their best or their favorite players, whatever, into some sort of like all-star game.
Yeah.
And not only just do that from like one big field, everybody plays down to a winner, but in a heads-up format would be fantastic. Could you imagine just like how cool that would be to see your favorite players from your room going up against the favorite players of the other rooms, either around Austin or around Texas, and see who comes
I'm
out
also
victorious.
trying to think of what some of the worst heads-up matchups be.
Taking it in a
I
different
probably
direction.
feel like it's not fair to answers. We're still remaining heads-up here. Demond going to check his option. Oreo going to complete here on the button.
Yeah, Oreo with some mystery cards. Nope, he's got a couple of clubs. So Demond with a gutter. Oreo with the flush draw. We're going to pick up a queen here on the turn. That's going to complete Demond straight. So he's going to be a big favorite. Sixes on the end. So Oreo, does that have enough for him to pay off a bet? I don't know. Probably not, but he's reaching for chips. And he's going to put it in there. Find out the bad news. A 6 ain't going to cut it in this pot.
Nope. Afraid not.
All right. Those cards are going to go into the muck. So Demond going to extend his lead to 4-1 here now. All right. We're getting news that the chip stacks are not correct. And actually,
No,
that makes a lot of sense because look at all those orange ones over there.
Yeah, so I mean, Jason has got at least 500,000, I think.
Okay. We're getting news now. Super producer Carolyn poured her bourbon into the computer, and the chip stacks got messed up.
Yeah,
so.
kind of got fudged. Put an extra 0 on there. Or
Just kidding.
Oh, well.
So what we do know is that there's a fistful of orange chips over there for Oreo. Demond with most of the sort of
Most
pinkish.
of the pinks. And that looks like a bigger than 20K stack or a 20 chip 5K stack. You know what I'm saying?
Like each of his stacks, you think are oversized?
I think so. It looks like
they might be, but
maybe
they're not.
Maybe it's an optical illusion just because Jason's.
He might be off by one somehow or something, but I don't know. Without going
Jason's
into the nitty gritty,
just lower that it looks that way. All right, we're gonna turn here to the aptly named turn card, the 6.
Turn to the turn. We got top pair against second pair. Oreo still ahead. Demond leading.
Oh, it said gave the pot to Demond and not Oreo. Says actual sloth. We have an actual sloth in our chat. That's
Congratulations for joining us in the chat there.
yeah.
Looks like King is going to show down here. Oreo going to ship the pot. And these stacks are really starting to even out. I'm not sure, given the fact that the computer's on fire over there, exactly who's in the lead. But, yeah, no, a little, almost.
I got some water. You want to pour it? Oh.
No, I don't. I think
I got
that'll
some
just
bacon grease
exacerbate.
too. Here, that'll work. Where did you get bacon grease from here at this hour?
The hour. That's the question. That's the real question.
Yeah.
Bacon grease, sure, but
sure,
this
this
hour?
hour?
What?
It's the witching hour.
Yeah,
It's-
degreasing hour.
Yep.
The squeegee out. All right, Oreo, suited king. He's got a king 9 of clubs. Demond here with 6-5 off. Gonna check his option. Somehow the king 9 was just a limp. We're gonna go to a flop. I see a king. I see a 5. So we have a
Yeah,
pair
we've got a
for each.
doozy here. We've got middle pair versus bottom pair. Demond folding.
Oh, Demond doesn't care. All right. Let's keep going here.
There's no breaks. That's intentional. So
Well, we'll see if these guys continue. As I think we got an evening out of these chips. So what should we do? Should we leave this thing in the booth for us to enjoy, or is this like about this bourbon? We'll probably keep it a group thing. Here. I just don't want us getting drunk on every stream. I think it just sets a bad precedent.
I don't know what Mikey's talking about over here.
Oh, why do you have to be such a responsible adult?
responsible.
All right.
Oh, cheers to that. Yeah. No.
10-minute
Yeah?
timeout.
Okay.
Really? No, I actually didn't do that, Gary C. That was not my. That was not of my doing. That you, sir, have been nightbotted.
Night.
That was the work of the nightbot. I promise you.
Well, here's what I would have to say is do you have a liquor cabinet / some sort of
No, I have
surface
no
to place this
actual
on?
like liquor. I got a little
Okay,
bit of
then
beer.
it needs to stay here.
Like I think it's It really is.
Yeah.
It was given
It's right
for
here.
the stream, by the stream, because of the success of the stream. It should remain a trophy and remain here. I just kind of selfishly trying to think of a reason to become a bourbon drinker at
Okay,
home.
I have a proposal, and this is a democracy, so everybody gets
all
a
right,
vote.
Let's do this. Because we've got
For
a chip.
every 100 likes that we get on a stream, we can participate in 2 fingers of Woodford Reserve.
That sounds like a plan. As we're going to see the chips are pushed in the middle. We've got an even chop. Yeah.
okay.
It's like,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so everybody like a lot between Monday and Thursday so that Mikey and I can kill this and Carolyn doesn't get
boy.
any.
So
Just kidding.
All right. Well, that is what looks like the completion of our final table. We hope you guys had a lot of laughs because this was the most abstract and weird idea that was absolutely funny on a TCH Live.
I mean, to be fair, I just sort of crashed your stream here.
Yeah.
because-
You just kind of. Well, I was like, hey, yeah, come on in, and then we were just like, we got into this discussion of like, can we do a whole bunch of bit of the words that we combine with EE, with our third place player or
And
fourth
we
place
did.
player, excuse me. So
You're right.
So
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun. Thank you to Carolyn. Thank you to our floors. We had Tim running the show. Dustin's running it here tonight. To all of our dealers who dealt this final table, Aaron McFoy. My name is Mike Yamblitz, and so long, everybody. Like the words of the great Mike Sexton, may all your cards be live, your pots be monsters.
See you later. Good night, all.